Happy 9/11. Jeff Batten, the voice of the Panthers, and Chris Mathis, our sports director here at Commerce High School. A typical hometown little football stadium, kind of down in the flats behind the school, but it has a proud tradition. We've got a great vantage point tonight. It looks like nothing but sunshine, although I have heard that there may be some rain in the forecast. It certainly doesn't look like it now. Very warm, but the sun's sinking right in front of us as we get ready for week number 2 of Panther football. They dropped the home opener last week to Fannin County, and interestingly enough, and I have to applaud the person that came up with this piece of information, it was the first time in 16 years that the Panthers had lost a home opening game, or an opening game of any sort. 16 straight years, the Panthers, either with Brian Allison or without, had won their season opener, but that came to an end last week as the Fannin County Rebels came away with the victory in Blairsville, 24-20. The Commerce Tigers are a very proud program, lots of tradition here in Commerce. They won the state championship in 1981, and they won it again in 2000. I remember a little kid they had named Monte Williams, who was their all-everything, and actually at one point held the record for the state of Georgia for the most rushing yards. He's a grown man by now, but they've got lots of pretty good players and that we will have to withstand tonight. I'm joined by Chris Mathis. And Chris, first of all, your thoughts on last week's Panthers loss.
Obviously not the way that Union County won that game to finish up 24-20. I feel like, they missed a few plays here and there. 3 or 4 plays decided that ball game. You look at the botched snap on the extra point, a missed 21-yard field goal, and then a crucial interception there on the final drive. But other than that, I think they held their own. I think Fannin County obviously played pretty much a perfect game other than that fumble for a touchdown early in the second quarter. Other than that, Union County, in some instances I thought didn't block as well as they should have. I think this week they'll be more ready and more prepared to do so and really be able to look at that film that they got from last week. Obviously, the loss of the 2 scrimmages during the offseason hurts, and you're unable to get that game time feel, get that game speed in practice like you usually would in a scrimmage game. So last week, I'm sure, was kind of approached as a scrimmage in order to try to figure out their personnel this year with a lot of key faces graduating last year.
It's been a long time, certainly not in the time that I've been calling Union County games, that we have an 8 o'clock start, but such is the case tonight. That's why we're on a little bit later with the pregame show. And what have we got, about 23 minutes until 8 o'clock, and it looks like they're doing some kind of homecoming or senior night or doing some kind of recognition for the Commerce team on the far side of the field. So we're a little in the dark in terms of the timing, but I think we're scheduled to start at 8 o'clock tonight. As always, we thank Union General Hospital, Leslie Daniel and Nicholas Bradburn for making Panther football possible on the radio for our 8th straight year at WJRB 95.1 FM. We also thank the head Panther, Brian Allison. He gives us a little bit of his time every week to talk about the week before and take a look at the week ahead. And here's a little bit of that conversation I had with Brian earlier today.
If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Haas and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients at their office. They can help with everything from a sports injury to knee or shoulder pain. If you want to get back to living and being active, call Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at 706-439-6858.
You asked for it. Dr. William Frazier at Sentinel Plastic Surgery in Blairsville will again be offering non-invasive, comfortable treatments that target brown spots and tiny red veins. The ones on the face, bald spots, upper chest, or hands that shout old. You can now eliminate those pesky age spots before the holidays. Treatment dates are November 28th to December 4th. Call Sentinel Plastic Surgery at 706-439-6486 for information. That's 706-439-6486 in Blairsville.
Panthers football is brought to you by Nelson Tractor Company, creating value for our customers for over 60 years. Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers. Panthers football is brought to you by Bitter Creek Market in Delhi, providing the best quality of meats in the area, located between Young Harris and Blairsville.
Young Harris Water Sports is now offering Hurricane deck boats, got-free pontoons, and Sea-Doo PWCs, along with Chaparral, Rapallo, Skeeter bass boats, Yamaha wave runners, slow pontoons, Bayliner, and Heyday wake surf boats. The area's largest watercraft selection means there's no reason to leave the mountains. All 2020 inventory is on sale with new 2021 models arriving daily. Young Harris Water Sports, 3676 Highway 76 in Young Harris, or 1674 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, or online at yhwatersports.com.
Union County Football is brought to you by Union County Farm Bureau, proud sponsor of Union County Football and the Georgia High School Association.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Now you can find more insurance in Blairsville on Highway 515 across the street from the Home Depot. Call 706-745-2139 for a fast and accurate quote.
For years, your source for sales, parts, accessories, and service for golf carts has been North Georgia Golf Carts. Now they're at a new, more convenient location. Owner Rick Goddard and staff are there to assist you with all your golf cart needs. They sell and service all types of golf carts, from E-Z-Go to Club Car to Yamaha. And they provide pickup and delivery for any service work. That's North Georgia Golf Carts, now located east of Young Harris near the intersection of U.S. Highway 76 and State Highway 17 North.
Hey, this is Terry at Sleep USA Mattress. At Sleep USA, we know the quality of your sleep can affect the quality of your days. When you're ready to sleep better, the sales team at Sleep USA will help you sleep better by customizing you to the mattress and pillow that feels the most comfortable to both your body and to your budget. Sleep USA offers 0% financing, and as always, we have the best brands at the best prices. Come in today and sleep better tonight. Visit one of our locations in Blairsville, Murphy, Franklin, or Silva, or check out our website at sleepusamattress.com.
As a custom home builder, America's Home Place is dedicated to taking care of our customers in any situation. From the comfort of your home, we can meet with you virtually and by phone. Your dream of building a custom home does not have to be put on hold. Call your Blairsville office today at 706-781-2945 or visit our website at americashomeplace.com. That phone number is 706-781-2945 or americashomeplace.com.
Broadcasts of Union County football games brought to you by Kinetic by Windstream. Live connected, live kinetic. Broadcasts of Union County football is brought to you by the Family Medical Practice of Thomas Karisny, MD, serving Blairsville and the surrounding area. For over 25 years, Carter Insurance and Investments has provided the Union County area with quality and competitive products for life, health, and disability insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. As an investment advisor representative, Carter Insurance and Investments can help you build an investment plan that's best for your financial situation. To learn more, stop by and meet our friendly staff. We're located on Young Harris Street, across from the post office in Blairsville. Panthers football is brought to you by Nelson Tractor Company, creating value for our customers for over 60 years. Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers.
So, one of my girlfriends turned me on to the cutest country store in Blairsville, full of specialty groceries. No, it's not one of those spills on aisle 13 grocery stores. The Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in the Merchants Walk is, well, charming. And now they've got milk, cheeses, and specialty foods like jams, jellies, and salsas. The kids get the awesome ice cream, and I get the old-fashioned candies. It's the Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in Blairsville. Too small to get lost in, but you may never want to leave.
It may be hot outside right now, but we all know those chilly nights will be here soon enough.
That's why Aspen Hearth & Home wants you to get ready for cold weather. And Charlotte is not fooling around with this month's offer.
Yep, purchase any wood or gas stove, and we'll throw in a free blower. You like free stuff, don't you, kid?
Who doesn't, mister? Aspen Hearth & Home is now down from the Walmart on K Road, and we can get your chimney swept, too. Just ask.
Find Aspen Hearth & Home on Facebook or call 706-745-0269.
Live from Commerce, Georgia, the home of the Commerce Tigers. Charming little downtown, right between, Habersham County and Athens. Not too far from Union County. Brian said it took them about an hour and a half to get from Blairsville to. They got Pat and Chris Mathis off a loss to Fannin County last week. We were ahead 20-17, and Fannin County scored a touchdown late in the fourth quarter on a pass play, and we were just not able to match that score, and hence we lost it 24-20. Commerce, for its part, beat the heck out of Banks County. I was talking to the radio crew for the Commerce team, and they said, it's funny, Commerce is that much better than Banks County, but we're just in their head. I mean, Banks County, as soon as we score a couple of touchdowns, they just slump their shoulders and bow their head, and they lose the football game. We're just sort of dominating them psychologically. So hopefully that will not be the case tonight as Brian Allison's Panthers looking for their first victory of 2020. Chris Mathis, last week we got to see Logan Helcher. First time he did start a game last year, but this was his first game as the true starter. I thought he played pretty well, other than the interception at the end. He had some receivers drop footballs. He scored a couple of touchdowns. He didn't fumble. I thought he played pretty darn good for the first game.
Yeah, I thought he played well as well. I think that he was able to utilize his legs. He's pretty quick, a lot quicker than what I expected. I knew he was fast coming into the game, but he looked really quick. Last year, we saw him against Banks County on the road. We squeaked out that victory 14-7, Jeff, if you recall, and, of course, we were at that game. But Logan looked good then. And I felt like last Friday night he was more comfortable with the offense. It was more obvious that he was ready to go. A couple of drops and 2 or 3 passes that he tried to fit into a tight window that could have been intercepted but were not. So I think he's going to improve here in week 2, no doubt.
About 8.5 minutes left on the pregame clock, and we've got some more interviews to get to. Chris Mathis goes out to Blairsville every week and talks to a couple of Panthers. This week he talked to Trace Wright, Aaron Helton. Now, Garland, let's take a little listen to that interview right now.
I'm the neighbor that drives a Kubota. I scout, venture off the beaten path, tow, haul, fuel my passion, to be part of a bigger picture.
Right now, get a Kubota RTV and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing.
This is why I do it. Kubota.
If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Hass and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients at their office. They can help with everything from a sports injury to knee or shoulder pain. If you want to get back to living and being active, call Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at 706-439-6858.
For years, Bitter Creek Market has been the best little market in the mountains. Now they're even bigger and better with additional room for specialty foods, vegetables and frozen foods. But don't worry, Bitter Creek Market still has the best selection of quality meats in the area. Their professional butchers prepare the best cuts of meats daily right on site, and Bitter Creek Market grinds their own sausage using only quality cuts of meat. For the gourmet cook, Bitter Creek Market has a wide selection of high-quality food items. And don't forget Bitter Creek Market's deli. Stop by for freshly made sub sandwiches and pork barbecue smoked right on site. They even have homemade potato salad. And they have picnic tables by the creek for your dining convenience. Bitter Creek Market is open Monday through Saturday. Come by and see the friendly staff today. Bitter Creek Market, the best little market in the mountains.
And you're watching Union County High School football live from Commerce, Georgia. We'll be back to Jeff and Chris here in a moment. We don't have the player interviews since they're playing that back at the radio station, and we're out here in Commerce. So we're going to throw some commercials on, but we're going to be joining them in just a moment.
I'm an artist. You don't pay me nothing, so. You can yell at me all you want. But just remember, I'm doing this for free. I'm spending my own time on this.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, we ask everybody to let all your friends and neighbors know that we are streaming this live right here on Ridgeline TV, Channel 99, if you're a Windstream Kinetic customer, and we're also streaming it live on the internet. Just go to our homepage there on the internet, www.ridgelinetv.net, and you can see the player on the upper right-hand side of the page.
I don't necessarily have to get safety. Or if I am, when I get our safety, not worried about as much as their safety. On this one, we do as caller, I think safety. They want to see it. But they're more focused on what we're doing, right? I mean, not meaning that. Yeah, so they're more about us. So if I can't get our safety and their running back, or quarterback that was dropped out, well, we want that. Okay, so we just need to try to get everything. All right, try to get it as close to things. So I'd say like right there. So like I'd say 10 to 30. All right, that's probably good. Right there. So they were up to 10. They're say We're good. Good. How are you? I'm supposed to be holding it for. Yes, sir. It's all you. It's real complicated. So yeah. Hit record. So then you choose offense, defense, that's extended basically.
Watch this game actually live or pretty close to live. You go to YouTube and you type in Ridgeline TV special events. You'll be able to watch the ball game on YouTube. You can also go to ridgelinetv.net, which is John's website, and catch the ball game live there. Replays are available on Windstream, Kinetic by Windstream over the course of the weekend. You can also watch it online tomorrow at ridgelinetv.net. Storylines for this football game: Jonah Daniel is out. He was our best running back last year and was probably our best two-way player this year until he broke his ankle in the second half of last week's Fannin County game. And as I said, he will be out 6 weeks. It does appear, according to Brian Allison, that we will get him back before the end of the season, before the playoffs start, but that's a blow nonetheless. We're 0-1. Commerce is 1-0. They are going to be led by a sensational freshman running back whose name is Sammy Brown. And Brown is a name that you'll get used to hearing because that's the name of the head coach for Commerce. It is not a coincidence that Mike Brown is the father of Sammy Brown. Young Sammy scored 4 touchdowns against Banks County last week, and he was the Athens newspaper player of the week. So we will have to stop number 22, Sammy Brown, who is a freshman. Their quarterback is named Trey Huff. Our starting running back would figure to be Carson Walker, rather. I got Browns in my head here. But Carson Walker had a pretty good game last week and made a couple of plays around the edge, so we'll see what that young fella could do along with Logan Helcher tonight. Union County going to kick off to Commerce to start off this football game, and we are just seconds away. We are very glad that you're with us here on the Voice of the Panthers, WJRB, Young Harris, Blairsville, 95.1 and WJRBradio.com. And away she goes, and we're going to pooch it to the near side where it will be gathered at the 15-yard line. Now running east-west is the Commerce returner, and he's still running at the 20-25-yard line before we knock him down near the 30. And that's where Trey Huff, the quarterback for the Commerce Tigers, will start the first drive of the night. A perfect night for football here on 9/11. A very nice touch. They've got one of the local fire trucks out here with the ladder fully extended and the American flag hanging off and waving off the end of the ladder. Very reminiscent of the imagery that you associate from New York, September the 11th of 2001. Getting ready for the first football play of the night as I train my binoculars through this stain-encrusted window, but I'm not complaining. We've got a great vantage spot for tonight's football game. And here's Trey Huff, the quarterback, getting ready for the first to give or throw of the night. And going to give to the upback who will have some yardage over the 35-yard line, Draylon Martin. And Hunter Young was the tackler for Union County. And we are off and running in week number 2 as the ball at the 37-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and 2nd and 2, gave him 8. This is going to be a quality win if we're able to get it. The first couple of drives will tell you a little something. They usually do. Now on 2nd and 2, Brown is in motion, and now the quarterback going to keep it himself, Huff, and there's a fumble on the play. And it is a fumble, and it falls backward, and that may erase what would have been a first down for Commerce. Sammy Brown picks it up.
Aaron Helton there to make the big hit for Union County, a guy that is going to make plays all night long, all season long for Union County.
Well, the ball just did fall backward close enough to the yard of the line of the first down marker, I should say, where it will be a first down for the Commerce Tigers. That's a long way of saying that the football bounced the right way for them. 1st and 10 in the early going. Commerce on its own 40-yard line. They're running a little wishbone. Now going to give the ball to number 2, Draylon Martin again. This time for not much, 2 or 3. I think I see Noah Underwood coming out of the stack there.
Defensively, the game plan is trying to stop their option run game by working from the fullback, then focusing on the quarterback, and then, of course, their final option would be the pitch back. If all those are, blocked up pretty well, safeties have to really focus on that pitch and then work inside out.
Pretty impressive Union County traveling road crew tonight. I see a couple hundred people anyway here in the stands that are wearing the purple. Good to see them. 2nd and 6 now, going to toss it near side, head of steam up to the 45, 50-yard line, chasing him and pushing him out of bounds at our 45-yard line is Union County's Trace Wright, but not before the ball carrier, Martin, gets over the 50-yard line, as I said, to the Union County 45, where it'll be another 1st and 10. A lot of speed there around the near side. That was impressive. We've been bragging on this Sammy Brown, and it's Draylon Martin so far carrying the mail for the Tigers of Commerce.
Brown's only touched the ball once on that loose ball on the turf.
That's right. 1st and 10 from our 46-yard line. Quarterback going to keep it now. Pitch, and the ball is on the ground, and we're going to chase him behind the line, and we've got him wrapped up for a loss of 5.
Yeah, that's Noah Underwood there to make the tackle, as well as Aaron Helton for Union County. That ball came out. We just talked about Brown dropping the ball or recovering the ball off the turf. That time he fumbled the ball. He was able to recover. They're back 4 or 5 yards at the 50-yard line. Midfield 2nd down and about 14, Jeff.
Aaron Helton, a big part of disrupting that play for Union. Good job for him as they lose 4, and it's 2nd and 14. The way they're running so far, we could use a lot of balls on the ground and wrapping up these guys behind the line of scrimmage. So here we go on 2nd and 14, and we're going to pitch it near side. Their ball carrier up to the 50-yard line. We chase him, and we tackle him out of bounds. Great play that time by Caston Hemphill of the Panthers. Only a yard or 2 pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Commerce Tigers. An early score from Garland Johnson. Bethlehem Christian leads Towns County 14-0 in their early going.
Nice job by the Panther defense so far here on the opening drive. This would be huge to be able to, make them punt this football early in this football game.
It really would, because they looked pretty good on the first 3 or 4 design plays. 3rd and 13 is where we are right now. If you're a Tiger fan, you got to get to the 35-yard line. Ball at the 49. And now the quarterback going to keep it, Huff, and we're going to tackle him short of the 46, maybe a yard or 2. And that's Noah Underwood, it looks like.
It is old reliable number 16 for Union County, the senior, a big-time player last year. Expect big things from him this year as well.
So good job, Panther defense, as Commerce is likely to punt it away. They are in standard punt formation. Just 3 minutes off the first quarter clock. A lovely night in Commerce, Georgia, halfway between Gainesville and Athens. A little warm up here, but it is cooling by the second. Good snap, and the punt is away, and it's a darn good punt. Goes right over the top of our returner, bounces at the 10, and goodness gracious, that ball takes a sideways bounce, and it's going to be down at the 6-yard line by Commerce, Chris, and we've got 94 yards to go, but at least we've got the football, and that's always a good thing. Here comes Logan Helcher and the Panthers. We're in white jerseys with the goldish yellow letters, or numbers, which makes it almost impossible to see the jersey numbers from time to time. I complain to Brian, and I don't get anywhere when I complain, so I've stopped doing it.
We'll see what Union does on offense here. Of course, the sure hand Jonah Daniel not in the backfield tonight for Union County. 18, Carson Walker is the starter.
Carson Walker is indeed behind Logan Helcher as we get ready for the first Panther play of the night offensively. And they're going to we're going to fake it, and we're going to throw it, and it'll be incomplete. We short top Mason McCombs. Threw a little quick dump to Mason. I think they're probably trying to get Mason in the football game pretty quickly and get his not his enthusiasm, but get his confidence up.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Last week, obviously, it missed a 21-yard chip shot field goal.
He's meant a lot to this team over the last couple of years. Senior now. Going to throw the ball near side this time, and it's going to be caught by the big fella. I believe that's Underwood coming out of a tight end type slot, and he'll get 5 or 6 and bring up 3rd down before he's tackled. Going to mark the ball at the 11-yard line. That'll make it third down and 4 is what they're going to call it after a pickup of 6. Now Logan Helcher is going to keep it, scramble, throw the ball against his body, goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I see number 4. That's
Dalton Allen.
Dalton Allen dropping the pass. We had issues with that last week too, Jeff. 5 or 6 crucial drops. Not necessarily from Allen, but just the overall receiving core in general. And that stinks. The defense did their job, and the offense was unable to move the ball in the first drive.
Yeah, Brian was not real happy with the hands of the wide receiver core in general last week. He wasn't really down on any particular kid, but just there were a lot of drops last week for sure. So we're going to punt the ball away. 4th and 6, deep in our own territory. Commerce at the 30-yard line. They're not expecting much of a punt here. And they get a line drive, and it's going to bounce at the 35, take a great Panther roll, a terrific Panther roll over the 50-yard line. And we kind of got ourselves out of a little bit of a ditch there as Commerce will take over at its own 45 for its 2nd possession of the night. No score as we played nearly half the first quarter as the sun sinks right across from us in the west back toward Gainesville. One of the great things about high school football is getting to see these little towns that you never really get a chance to drive through, and you get to see their high school football stadiums, and you find these hidden gems, these little beauties. I was really taken by Monticello and Eatonton and the places last year that I'd never been before, and it's kind of a neat thing to see where kids play that you've never been before. 1st and 10 for Trey Huff and the Commerce Tigers. Give the ball this time to Draylen again, and he's up to the 50-yard line before he's tackled. Give him about 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're going to try to do that all night long, just continue with that run game. Obviously, the Panther defense is quick, but they're trying to wear down our defense early on in this game. You can tell by the way they're getting back to the ball and running the ball every play so far.
I wonder if there's ever been a game in history where a kid scored 4 touchdowns and was the player of the week in one week and still hasn't touched the ball in the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm sure there has been, but I'm surprised that Sammy Brown is not a part of this so far. 2nd and 6. Give the ball to Draylen again, and he hits a lot of Panthers in the middle of the line. Not much there as the inner core of our front line is stout and up to the challenge, and will bring up 3rd down and about 5 for Commerce.
Yeah, Aaron Helton there to make the tackle for Union. A little slow getting up, but he's all right. He's back and ready to go on the defensive side of the ball. 3rd down for the Panther defense.
Hopefully we can avoid the cramps. I think we saw 10 or 12 within a 3-minute period last week. I've never seen anything like it. 3rd down and 4. Commerce has got to get to our 46-yard line. Let's see what happens here. Full backfield for Commerce. And there's going to be a little bit of movement, I think. We'll back up Commerce 5 yards. I saw a little jitterbugging going on, and that will be the case. I'll give the Panther defense an opportunity to give them a little more buffer.
Yeah, it kind of also bodes that Commerce will try to work to the outside here, having to get 9 or 10 yards instead of the easier, smaller gain of just 5 or 6.
Well, Martin looked terrific coming around the near side on the sweep the first time. Let's see if they do it again. 3rd down and 9. They're really more like 10. Man in motion. Quarterback going to keep it, and the ball's on the ground. We pick it up. We pick up a loose ball, and we are going to go in for a touchdown. Union County has scored. I believe that's Carson.
It was 28 or 29, Jeff. Hard to see, and there's only a 28. That's Elijah Helton.
Elijah Helton with the touchdown. And the Union County Panthers have scored a 40-yard fumble recovery just like last week.
And the crazy thing is, it was Elijah Helton last week. It was Elijah Helton this week. We had J.J. Littles last week on the fumble, but it ended up being Elijah, who forced it last week.
All right. Well, how about that? So we hit the guy right as he was handing off. The quarterback, Trey Huff, and Elijah Helton gets himself a touchdown. All right. Extra point on for Mason, low line drive, and it's good. 5:53 left in the first quarter. The Panthers up early, 7-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds at WJRB 95.1 FM.
Panthers football is brought to you by Bitter Creek Market in Delhi, providing the best quality of meats in the area, located between Young Harris and Blairsville. Union County football is brought to you by Union County Farm Bureau, proud sponsor of Union County football and the Georgia High School Association. For over 25 years, Carter Insurance and Investments has provided the Union County area with quality and competitive products for life, health, and disability insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. As an investment advisor representative, Carter Insurance and Investments can help you build an investment plan that's best for your financial situation. To learn more, stop by and meet our friendly staff. We're located on Young Harris Street, across from the post office in Blairsville. Panther football brought to you by Scott Carter Insurance and Investments in Blairsville, serving the area for the past 24 years. Wishing the best of luck to the Panthers.
So many Heltons on our roster, it's hard to keep them straight sometime, but that was Elijah Helton, number 28, that picks up a touchdown, picks up a fumble, and goes in 40 yards for a score. Mason McCombs with the extra point, and it's 7-0 as we kick off to Commerce, and they bring it straight ahead, and we're going to hit them hard short of the 25-yard line. Good special teams play that time.
Yeah, Panther defense has done their job so far tonight. They've been able to punch that ball loose. We saw last week, the first touchdown of the season was a fumble recovery for a touchdown. That was Dalton Allen recovering that one, and Elijah Helton forcing that fumble. And then tonight you see Elijah pick up the fumble and take that rock into the end zone for 6.
Got an official timeout on the field. It didn't look like they charged either of the two teams for a timeout, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about. We don't have any TV cameras tonight other than John Moon's that would warrant a TV timeout.
If you saw the broadcast last week, you would see why they would have that TV timeout. Fantastic broadcast on Ridgeline TV.
Well, we'll take some credit for that. John Moon, of course, at every game. Moonman is he's working harder these days. I mean, he used to be a home game only guy. Now he's traveling here to Commerce. He's talking about going to George Walton.
Well, he's getting here an hour and a half early, too.
He's getting here an hour and a half early.
He's prepped. I mean, he's professional. He's as professional as they come.
He really is. I would have liked to have seen him at Metter last year, but I'm willing to forgive that if he follows us to the first-round playoff game this year, which, by the way, we are guaranteed to have by virtue of the fact that there are only 4 teams in our region, and 4 teams make the playoffs out of every region. Panthers are going to be one of those 4. Like I said, a terrific traveling crowd for the Blairsville contingent tonight. I'm totally backward on what I thought the fan response would be to high school football this year. I really thought it would be you, me, and a couple of trainers, in the stadium. And last week, everybody was sitting on top of everybody. It was hard to find a piece of aluminum.
Felt like round 2 of the playoffs.
It really did. It really did. It was great to see. So here's Commerce back out for offensive possession number 3. They trail at 7-0 after Elijah Helton just electrified the Panther crowd with a 40-yard pickup of a fumble, took it in for the touchdown. And here's Huff around the near side running hard and will be knocked down right on top of the 30-yard line.
I think Caston Hemphill was the first guy to make contact there for Union County, the safety coming down.
Trey Huff, the quarterback, they run an option, and obviously he's confident keeping the ball himself, and he runs hard.
Yeah, correction, that was 82 Wilson Walker, the other safety on the other side that made the tackle.
6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. Man in motion is Brown. I think we might have jumped that time. We may get 5 yards assessed on us. No, wrong. It was illegal procedure. It was a false start on Commerce.
Jeff, I don't know if this is IHOP or what, but both lines are just pancaking each other for the running back to take off with the ball. Another timeout.
What do we got going on here? Okay, so Commerce calls a timeout there. I think Coach Brown probably doesn't like the cadence and the execution, as they have fumbled now twice, and one time very costly. Commerce is the real deal. I mean, they're in the Final Four in Class A in the state championship playoffs nearly every year.
They scored 49 points last week, held their opponent to 7. So they can put up.
And that's Banks County, which is a AA team. We'll see Banks County later this season.
Last week we squeaked by Banks 14-7. Correction, last year.
Right.
And Helcher's first start as a Panther.
That's right.
But so far, I gotta like the way that the defense is heads up. They seem like they're real into the game in terms of knowing which ball carrier has the ball, even with 3 different options. And I'm not sure if it's intentionally, working this way, but it seems like their helmet's popping against the ball, and that's why the ball keeps popping loose.
We look a lot snappier and more aggressive just in the first 6 minutes of the game than we did last week.
Yeah, lead 7-0 without a touchdown from our offense, so says a lot about the defense here.
Yep. 1 yard pickup on the play, 2nd and 9 for Commerce after they come out of their own called timeout. Ball at their own 26-yard line. Darkness falling here in Commerce. And here's Huff going to keep the football, and he'll get maybe another yard.
Yeah, Noah Underwood, the sure tackler there for Union County, able to trip him up. He thought he hit the hole just right to the outside, and Noah said, not today. You can get 1 or 2 on that.
Got him by the ankles, it looked like, or the knees anyway. Low hit from Noah. 3rd and 4 now, as the Panthers trying to stop Commerce for the 3rd straight possession. Thanks to Garland Johnson for working a little bit later tonight. He usually likes to hit Chevelle's around 10 o'clock or so. He's going to have to wait until around 11 before he can get his groove on. Man in motion now. And they're going to pitch the ball, and this time it is to Brown. And Brown is at the line of scrimmage, and now he's got more, and he's around the far side, and he's running for daylight, and he is going to run past everybody for a touchdown. Sammy Brown, we hadn't seen number 22 for the first 6 minutes, and I guess the coach was just faking us out because that kid just lit out like an antelope. He went around the far side, and we did not have anybody that could do anything more than wave at him.
That might have been the game plan, honestly, to try to, decoy away from Brown. You feel confident, and then all of a sudden you give it to Brown 67 yards around the sidelines for a touchdown.
First time he's touched the ball, and he's in 67 yards. Holy moly. So here's Commerce out to try to match it, and that is a line drive if I ever saw one, and he missed it. Commerce extra point is no good, so we still lead at 7-6 with 4:09 left in the first quarter. Stick around for more Panther football in 60 seconds, brought to you by Union General Hospital.
Union County Panther football broadcasts are brought to you by Hemp Hill Vinyl Siding and Metal Roofing in Blairsville, proud sponsors of the Union County Panthers.
It's been said, the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at something worth doing. For over 80 years, Georgia Farm Bureau has stood behind farmers and rural communities, delivering protection and a voice to those who provide for their families and yours. Grassroots support, homegrown savings, Georgia Farm Bureau.
For all your auto, home, and life insurance, see the local agents at Union County Farm Bureau, located at 228 Gainesville Highway in Blairsville. Panther football is brought to you by Leon's Floors, providing sales and installation of carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile flooring. Go Panthers!
Old John Chitwood's a good fella at Service Septic and Plumbing. 4:09 left in the first quarter. It's 7-6. Panthers lead it, as the Commerce Tiger extra point was no good. So we're going to get the football again, barring a successful kickoff return. Sammy Brown is their main man. He's a freshman, and he went around the far side for 60-something yards. And he will be a guy to watch all night long as Commerce kicks off, and it's a darn good one. Wow, the guy knocked the ball 8 yards to the back of the end zone. It was the ugliest extra point I've seen in a long time. Next thing you know, he gets up there, and he's a world-class kicker.
Yeah, no doubt about that,
What do you know about that?
Last week, we missed our extra point. It came back to hurt us. Hopefully that bodes well for this game as well for Commerce. Union County has to move the ball on this drive. Commerce just had a big momentum swing and offensive play with a 67-yard touchdown. We have to move the ball, at least get across midfield.
Panthers have it at their own 20-yard line, looking to build on this slim one-point lead. Shotgun snap, give the ball to Walker, and he is hit for a loss back at the 15-yard line. They read that one like a book. And it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. Brian really likes Carson Walker. He thinks he's got a lot of speed and is an athlete. He's a very young kid.
If he hits the hole, right as soon as it opens up, he's going to be able to run off with that ball.
Second down now, a little bit of a rush, going to throw a screen pass. It's complete over the middle, and it's down to the 25 to 30-yard line, up to the 32. Well-executed play by Union County.
And that's Mason McCombs.
We're going to go with Mason on that. We may find out that we're wrong. It's just impossible to see these jersey numbers, this almost white-on-white color scheme that they have. Nonetheless, it's 1st and 10 as we give the ball to Walker again. And once again, he is crushed behind the line of scrimmage. And Brian, I guess, and Howard will have to rethink that one.
Yeah, that defensive line is there as soon as Walker gets the ball right in the breadbasket, right where you want to take off with the ball. He got smacked back-to-back times. He's touched the ball in the backfield.
Lost 2 that time, 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. Ball on their own 30 after the first down pickup just a play earlier. Darkness now in Commerce, Georgia. All right, going to throw the ball far side, and it's going to be caught for 5 or 6 yards before he's thrown out of bounds, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and short for Union.
Tough to see the number on the far side, but that's Mason again with the catch. He's coming off. He got hit pretty hard there by 2 guys. Panther game plan offensively is to throw the ball a lot more than they did last week. They know that the defensive line is good in the box, and they're going to have to work outside of that.
Looks like we got about 5 yards to go, maybe 6 for the first down, Chris. Ball up to the 35. Shotgun snap. Logan coming this way, looking for a man, throws the ball, gets his body, and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, which was Keaton Shitwood.
Got to catch that one.
We just flat dropped it. I mean, there was nobody within 5 yards of him. He catches that, he's going to go for another 5 or 10. So that's unfortunate. Keaton Shitwood with a great game last week against Fannin. Picked up more than 100 yards in total receptions. Next to Logan, he was our most valuable offensive player given that Jonah went down. 4th and 6, and we're showing as if we're going to go for it, but Brian likes this sort of fake punt look or the fake go for it look, and now we're going to move back a couple of yards and kick it away, and it's a line drive, and their safety is going to let it bounce, and once again we get a great bounce out of it. And it'll die around the Commerce 30-yard line. So as you said earlier, we've got to make the most of every play that we can make. And so far not doing it.
Yeah, that was a big touchdown run by Commerce, 67 yards. You think the momentum's in their favor as of now. Their defense comes out, does their job. For the second time, I believe, back-to-back drives, we've not been able to move the ball offensively. Could have had a first down, had a drop there around midfield, and that one really hurt. Bringing up that 4th down. That was on 3rd down and about 5, Jeff.
Yep. Yes, it was, and it was going to be a first down and then some. Can't dwell on that, though. The mentality is you shake it off and you make the next play, and no doubt he will. Commerce has the ball back again. It's their 4th time in this first quarter. Huff, the quarterback, is going to keep it, and he's got running room, and he's still bouncing around over the 30 near the 35-yard line. Plenty for a first down.
Elijah Helton there to make the tackle for Union County after the quarterback broke through 2 tackles. He just lowered his head. He's not scared of the contact. He's not going to shy away from that. Ran straight up the gut.
Trey Huff is just a sophomore, and their stud running back is just a freshman. These guys may win some games here in the next 3 years. I say that facetiously. They win a lot of games every year no matter who they've got. 1st and 10 now. At the 35-yard line. Quarterback going to keep it. Now he's going to pitch, and he's got a man over the 40-45, still running 40-yard line up to the 30-yard line. And that's their stud, Draylon Martin, well, at least stud number 2. And that was a very effective pitch that time from Trey Huff all the way to the 36-yard line of Union County.
Fortunately, Wilson Walker was there to drag him down because he was 2 feet away from taking that to the house.
So ball at the 36. Commerce on our side of the field again. We need to make a stop. Man in motion. Quarterback keeps it for 2 or 3. Forward motion maybe got him to the 33 or so. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Middle of the Panther line up to the challenge that time. 14-7 still, Bethlehem Christian over the top of Towns County. The Indians have managed to score to cut into that 2-touchdown deficit.
Jason Rockmore.
Yeah.
Some great things with Towns County
The
this
Rock.
season.
Yeah, he's got it going over
The
there.
Rock.
Almost got him a win the other night against a pretty good team. Now they're going to pitch it far side to another running back over the 30-yard line, 25-20, first down yardage for Commerce. I think that's Hunter Nunn.
Yeah, he was quick. He was shifty, in and out of tackles. They've got 4 or 5 guys that they can just pitch that ball back to and for sure get a first down at this point.
That's going to put the ball at the 15 of Union County, Chris. First and 10 for the Tigers of Commerce.
Pretty quick first quarter with all this handoff and run and, very little passing done offensively by Commerce.
Yeah, you're right. Even with all the timeouts. Pitch it near side now. Running room, 15-yard line. Looking for the 10-yard line. We knock him out of bounds pretty good. Right at the 10. Draylen again. I think Trace Wright is over there. Noah Underwood, rather.
Trace Wright, a sure tackler in the secondary for Union County.
Not bad for a corner. Corners usually don't like to hit.
Yeah, he's not going to shy away from that. We saw it last week, forced a couple of fumbles. One of them counted and recovered one as well.
Ball out of bounds, stops the clock, 30 seconds left.
I feel like Commerce likes their odds here.
They do seem to have a lot of options. Pardon the pun. Huff now with the give up the middle and near the goal line, but not quite in as the ball carrier. He got about 9 that time. Draylen Martin again. Thunder and lightning between Martin and this Sammy Brown wonderkind. And it'll be first and goal for the Commerce Tigers from the 1-yard line. As we got some personnel in and out for Commerce. 10 seconds left. They may not snap the ball.
I don't think they will.
They don't look like they're heading to the line of scrimmage all that urgently, and that's exactly how it is going to end the first quarter, with the ball on our 1-yard line, with the wrong team in possession of it. 12 minutes are in the books. We'll be back for quarter number 2 in 60 seconds. 7-6 Panthers on the voice of Union County football, 95.1 WJRB.
Panthers football is brought to you by C. Gregory Adams DMD, providing family and cosmetic dentistry for the Blairsville area. Go Panthers! High school football is brought to you by North Georgia Golf Carts, providing a full range of sales, service, parts, and accessories.
Hey, Packy here with John Chitwood of Service Plumbing and Septic. John, your motto is service is our reputation, and that's what people know you for.
It is. Service means showing up on time, not making a customer wait, and not leaving until the job is done.
And in the plumbing and septic business, that means everything, I bet.
It really does, Packy. I'm proud to say for 25 years, our customers have trusted us to make repairs, both big and small.
How do people get in touch?
Service Plumbing and Septic, licensed in Georgia and North Carolina at 706-781-1555. That's 706-781-1555.
Union County Panther football broadcasts are brought to you by Hemp Hill Vinyl Siding and Metal Roofing in Blairsville, proud sponsors of the Union County Panthers.
Brand new quarter. Commerce on the doorstep, looking to take the lead over Union. We lead it by a precious point, 7-6. We're bringing you live exclusive football, all 10 football games and wherever the playoffs take us at WJRB 95.1, WJRBradio.com. You can see this video tomorrow. If you're not watching it now on YouTube, you can see it tomorrow at RidgelineTV.net. And from time to time, John C. Moon will interrupt another episode of Gunsmoke and air this football game throughout the week. John knows I love him, and he knows I love Gunsmoke. First and goal, handoff into the touchdown. Easy for the Tigers, and that's number 2, Draylen Martin. Second rushing score of the night for Commerce, and now they take the lead 12-7 with the extra point pending. That was a gimme. He just, I don't think he was even breathed on as he went into the end zone.
He read the hole to the right. The defensive line was focused more in the central offensive line, and he just went to the outside near where the defensive end would be and trotted his way into the end zone. This is going to be a huge offensive drive for Union County. I know we've said that, but now that we have 2 straight touchdowns by Commerce, you have to move the ball.
Commerce is going to go for 2.
And there's a flag.
And we've got a flag. I guess that's an illegal substitution. That'll knock it back 5, make it a little bit tougher for the Tigers to get that 2-point conversion. We'll see if they change their strategy.
Also, with the offense not being able to move the ball and you have to punt the ball away, the defense, only has 50 yards to work with to make the stop. So hopefully we could, give the defense good field position, if anything.
Field position is a big part of this. You are absolutely right.
Last time, the extra point was no good for Commerce.
He's a big old kid with a big old leg. That thing came off like a screaming 2-iron the last time. He just happened to miss it.
Janikowski.
And this time, I believe he missed it again. He pushed it off to the left, and now it's 12-7 as we take another timeout. Panthers trying to take the lead when we come back to Commerce, Georgia. This is WJRB 95.1.
Panther football is brought to you by Leon's Floors, providing sales and installation of carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile flooring. Go Panthers! Broadcasts of Union County football games brought to you by Kinetic by Windstream. Live connected, live kinetic.
Jeff Batten for North Georgia Tax Solutions. I meet with a lot of small businesses, and there's always one common gripe. They say, I'm not a bookkeeper, and I'm worried about my checkbook balance every time I write a check. They say, what I need is a CFO, but I can't afford one. With North Georgia Tax Solutions, now you can. Debbie and her staff in Blairsville help small business owners concentrate on the product, not the checkbook. Does this sound like your problem? Get a CFO when you call North Georgia Tax Solutions in Blairsville, 706-745-3856.
Broadcasts of Union County football is brought to you by the Family Medical Practice of Thomas Karisny, MD, serving Blairsville and the surrounding area.
Just 2 seconds into the second quarter, and we trail it 12-7. We're live from Commerce, Georgia, halfway between Gainesville and Athens. We follow the Panthers anywhere. WJRB 95.1, Jeff Batten, Chris Mathis, John Moon, and Garland Johnson. And now the kickoff, once again, is an impressive one. He nearly got himself 70 yards in the air, almost split the uprights.
Yeah. He has missed 2 PATs, so if we score a touchdown here, we're up 2 if we make ours. So
when I was talking to the other radio crew, they were bragging on their kicker, and he's something to brag on. Now, if he can kick it straight, that's another matter, but he has been impressive. That's about as good as I've seen at the Class A, AA level for a place kick. Of course, we remember the Smith boys, TJ Smith and starts to run together a little bit from years gone by.
Almost wish Packy would have gotten involved with the football.
That's so weak that he stayed with soccer. I mean, it's such a disappointment to know that he could have been a truly great place kicker.
Speaking of WJRB employees, I might as well plug Stephen Phillips. On the way to the game, Jeff, I saw Stephen in Hiawassee on his way to the studio. So I gave him a honk. He was in the wagon, and it was good to see old Stephen.
Well, it's hard to know which car he's in. He only owns about 13.
It might be 17 by this point.
much to Cliff Bradshaw's chagrin, but that's a whole different story. All right, so here the Panthers back out. It's 12-7. We trail it, trying to take the lead. Having a hard time getting this snap off.
Yeah, the officials blew their whistle in the back of the end zone. The officials were not set.
What were they doing
I think they were
back there?
getting water out of that jug behind the field goal post.
Oh, come on, guys. Drink on your own time.
Maybe that's the reason why they've called 3 or 4 timeouts without charging a timeout. They might need their water.
Nonetheless, we get ready for the first snap of the second quarter, at least from the Union side. Here's Helcher coming this way. He's up to the line of scrimmage and then some, 25, 30-yard line. Now cuts back over the 35 to the 37. Now that's more like it. Logan Helcher with first down yardage brought down by Trey Huff. who doubles as a defensive back for the Commerce Tigers. I asked Brian, I said, what kind of runner is Logan? I didn't include the answer in the pregame interview because of the time constraints, but he said he thinks that Logan could end up being a pretty good runner. Maybe not a Cole Wright, but better than maybe some of the other guys that we've had over the years. Showed at that time. And now we're going to hand the ball off to Carson Walker again. And Carson was the most surprised guy in the stadium to receive the football that time, as he is once again brought down for a loss. That'll be his third straight
touch that went for negative yardage. I think Logan was watching the read and probably should have kept that himself, but gave it off to Carson. Carson, like you said, was surprised to have that ball.
Brian says that Carson is still learning, too, the system. So hard to know what that might have been about. Loss of 2 in any event brings up 2nd and 12. Ball back at our 35. Now here's Helcher running far side. He's in trouble, and he is going to go down by big 34. Elijah Burns, a sack behind the line of scrimmage, will bring up 3rd and very long for the Panthers. Logan trying to get away from him, but big fellow Elijah had about 50 pounds on him and said not so fast.
Fortunately, Logan was able to hold on to that. I was getting worried that he was going to hold on or take so long to get brought down that the ball was going to pop loose. Fortunately, that did not happen.
3rd and 21. We got to get to the 48. Let's see what Howard and Brian have up their sleeves here. Finally, the snap. It's a low one. Going to pitch the ball to Carson, and Carson up to the line of scrimmage and then some. More yardage, 35-40, but he's going to be well short of the first down marker and will bring up a 4th down punting situation for Union.
Yeah, he's about 6 yards short there. Unless this.
Well, it's good to see
9-10
one of our running plays with a positive net out of it. That's maybe the first or second time in the evening that's happened.
Last week he did that as well. When he's running along the sideline, is we're able to get out wide with the ball, he can take off.
He did have one really nice sweep last week for Unions and a loss to Fannin. 4th and 11, low snap, punt it, gets it away, bounces at the 30 and takes another great Union County roll. Boy, he's got that roll mastered. He sure does.
Yeah, he does. Let's get a Panther defensive stop here. Let's do something defensively to keep us in this ball game down by 5, Jeff.
Ball back at the 15-yard line, Chris, 10 minutes left in the first half. Hearing at halftime now that it's Towns County on the short end of a 14-7 score as they play Bethlehem Christian. I don't believe Bethlehem Christian is a GHSA school. They've always been an independent school for as long as they've been in football existence. Maybe they've moved up to Class A by now, but I don't think they have.
Hopefully they're just almost too shocked that they're up that they'll eventually lose, because they got beat 49-0 last week.
Well, hope they'll all be cramping like crazy, by the fourth quarter, and we just run right past them. All right, 1st and 10. Let's see if we can stop him here. Man in motion. Give up the middle. We stack it up pretty good. Not very much for Commerce that time. Martin. Aaron Helton with the tackle that time, big 66. He's a lineman that plays both ways for the Panthers.
Let's give some credit to a guy we haven't called out as well very much this season. That's Connor Cook, 57, assisting with the tackle.
Get it done, Connor.
We've got the down and distance this week on the scoreboard, Jeff. That's beneficial.
21st century technology. It's beautiful. 2nd and 7, man in motion. They're going to sweep it out near side. And here is the ball carrier. We're going to wrestle him down at the 25. Great pursuit that time.
Is that Trace Wright? Yeah.
That is Trace Wright, who showed excellent speed.
Yeah, he can tackle. I mean, this guy, for a DB, I've not seen a DB tackle like him on Union County in quite some time.
Well, our safeties are headhunters. Our cornerbacks have always been in the more Deion Sanders school of tackling, which is I'd rather pick one off than bring the man down. But Trace Wright looking good there. Like I said, pretty strong for a corner. 3rd and 1. Let's see if we can stop him here. Going to keep it himself, Huff, and he will have enough, it looks like, as he squirts up to the 28-yard line. And the chain gang moves forward with 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Anybody's ball game. We trail it 12-7. Looking for our first victory of 2019. and 20. We picked up our 10th game for a half second there. It looked like we might only have 9 games this year, but Brian had told me a couple of weeks ago that he had Rabun Gap in his pocket, and I think he pulled the trigger just this last week, and now we've got the 10th game against that team.
November
up
6th.
in Rabun County, November the 6th, that's right. 1st and 10, give the ball to Big Brown, and he's still rumbling, gumbling up to the 31-32 line. They tell me on the opposing coaches that he is tough to bring down on the first stick. Keeping those thighs churning, and he gets 2 or 3 before we bring him down. 4, actually.
That's crazy. It seems like they barely are getting any yardage, but it turns out to be 4 or 5 yards every time.
Boy, he's big to be a freshman in high school. Man.
Yeah, he's quick too, and that's only going to get, he's only going to get faster as the years go on.
Colleges will be looking at that guy within a year if they're not already. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Tight formation for Commerce. Now Brown in motion. They're going to sweep it to him far side, up to the line of scrimmage and then some. Puts his head down, gets up to the 40. That'll be enough for a first down for Commerce as they continue to rack up impressive offensive total yardage in the first half of this game.
Eli Pugh there to make the initial contact for the Panther defense.
How about that Fannin County story? They had their game with Gilmer postponed tonight because of a boy on JV that was allegedly tested positive for COVID. Turns out the test was wrong. He's negative, and now Fannin doesn't get to play Gilmer.
Yeah,
Fannin goes back to Gilmer and says, well, let's play it now. And Gilmer's like, sorry, we already got another game. This is the pandemic football season of 2020. This is how it goes.
The COVID curse, if you will.
Okay. All right. That was better than pandemic football season. Ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Man in motion. Quarterback keeps it, now comes back the other way. We stop him immediately.
And Aaron Helton, sure tackle. Number 66. You always know by the way he tackles, he pops the ball carrier back on his butt every time.
Give him 1 that time, Trey Huff. 2nd and 9. This is where we need to make a stop. We need to keep them out of this 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 scenario because we're not seeming to have a whole lot of luck on 3rd and short. Their conversion ratio has been very impressive in the first 18 minutes of this game. Second and 9. Come on, Panthers. Let's make a play here. Man in motion. They're going to come this way, going to pitch it far side. Martin with it up to the 45, the 50-yard line. Finally wrestled down, but it looks like he'll get a first down. Trace right there again on the play with an aggressive tackle. Unfortunately, it happened 5 yards further than the first down. And the Tigers will get 4 more.
The issue is we're not coming off the block quick enough from the outside receivers to be able to get the tackle, and Trace is coming from basically the midfield, the other side of the play, and making the tackle. If not for Trace, that guy's gone. We just can't pull off the block like we need to. We need to find a way to cut off that block a little quicker than we have been because he's cutting upfield pretty quickly, either back.
Got to do something here. They are really marching up and down the field. Scoreboard doesn't show it, and hopefully it won't. They lead by 5, 12-7. They meaning the Commerce Tigers. Man in motion is Brown. Now they're going to pitch up to the line of scrimmage, and then some 40-yard line cuts back 35-30. We tackle him from behind, but not before he gets another first down. Noah Underwood flying in onto the play like Superman.
We had 3 guys in the backfield there to, at least collide to make the tackle, and he's able to shift in between the tackles and get untouched after the first down. Nice play there by the tailback.
You can hear the PA guy. Another first down for Commerce. Now they're at our 26. 6.5 left in the first half. Complete darkness now in Commerce. All you can see is the Nike outlet about 2 miles up the road at I-85. This is what Commerce is known for, their outlet mall.
Thanks for that gift certificate. I appreciate that. I'll make sure to hit it after the game.
Make sure my wife doesn't get it. Give to the up back, and he's got yardage up over the 20 to the 15. Looks like close to another first down for Commerce.
Nice sell there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, no joke. We usually don't get fooled too many times in the press box by a sell, but we were both looking right near side, and that guy's up the gut for a first down.
Union's going to call a timeout. They've got to get rejuvenated here. 6:28 left in the first half. It's 12-7. We started off with a 7-point lead. So we had Elijah Helton go in for 40 yards, picked up a loose ball just like Dalton Allen did last week against Fannin. I wonder how many times that's happened in Panther history, where we've had 2 straight games where a defensive guy picks up a fumble and scores a touchdown for our very first score. I bet that hasn't happened very often. So we're up 7-0, and they've scored 2 touchdowns without the benefit of the extra point. And it's 12-7. Commerce, an excellent Class A football team. We are a pretty good AA football team. Better than pretty good if you look at our win-loss record over the last 8 years.
I think that was a good timeout taken by Brian Alice, and the defense is gassed. Defensively, we just can't get off the field. That was an issue last week as well. And the defense is doing their job, just giving up 12 points. But we need some, offensive playing here. We'd like to have a nice offensive drive before the end of the first half.
Kind of miss Jonah here, too, because he's such a hard tackler and so quick to the football. Got a great instinct for the game, but we won't see him until, I guess, late October, something like that.
Yeah, he was a big-time bag last season. I think he finished the season with 19 total touchdowns, 1,600 yards, something like that. It was crazy. He's a great player for Union County.
Well, it's a weird mentality. You know that we're going to make the playoffs. It's like all these non-conference games are just sort of warm-ups for the region. I know that that's not the way Brian and the kids look at it. All right, here's Commerce again, and it's going to be Huff, the running back, who's up inside the 10 near the 5-yard line, falls forward, and they're in the shadow of our goal line once again. Just looks very easy for them. We don't see a whole lot of the option either. I mean, everybody plays that spread offense these days. Everybody's out of the shotgun.
A lot of RPO.
What does that mean?
Run pass option.
Run pass option. Okay. Teaching the teacher.
Panthers need a big goal line stop here. Near the goal line.
First and goal for the Commerce Tigers. Ball at the 6, going to pitch it wide to Martin, and he is headed for the end zone, and he got in on the far side. Third rushing touchdown of the night for the Commerce Tigers makes it 18-7 with the extra point pending. And they just wore us out. No other way to say it. I don't believe we were ever in a third down situation on that drive. If we were, it was only once. And here comes this big kid, Eric Diaz, out to kick an extra point. He's missed 2 already. Snap. Another line drive.
And it hits the
hits the upright, and he has missed his 3rd straight extra point. Woo! 18-7. We'll see if any of that ends up mattering. I hope that it does. 6:03 left in the second quarter. Panthers trail at 18-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
When you combine quality products, excellent customer service, and the best prices in the area, the result is Hemp Hill Vinyl Siding and Metal Roofing. In business since 1963, Hemp Hill Vinyl Siding and Metal Roofing has served the surrounding area with a variety of home improvement supplies. Everything from vinyl siding in many colors, trim pieces, shutters, soffits, vents, and accessories. Hemp Hill Vinyl Siding and Metal Roofing, located west of Blairsville on Highway 515.
Locally owned since 1980, Leon's Flooring is your full-service flooring store with the largest showroom in the area, guaranteed to save you money with over 50 years of total sales experience. The folks at Leon's Flooring are experts in ceramic tile, carpet, hardwoods, and vinyl, located at 568 Murphy Highway in Blairsville, next to the Mexican restaurant and across from Mike's Seafood. Leon's Flooring, call them today at 706-745-9433. Oh, and by the way, say hello to Diesel while you're there.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. It's Jeff Batten, Chris Mathis, Garland Johnson, and John Moon bringing you exclusive coverage of Panther football for the 8th straight year. 95.1 WJRB is Diaz. This time is going to allow for a return, and it's Carson Walker, I believe, deep, and he's still on his feet running over the 32-yard line. Impressive return that time.
Yeah, he took a big hit there around the 23-yard line, stayed up, and was able to get some forward progress after the initial contact.
Let's see if that fires up our guys a little bit to see Carson Walker working that hard. He's had a frustrating night so far, but his last couple of efforts have been really good. And the Panthers are trying to chip into this 11-point deficit. Still anybody's ball game.
You know, you want to see the offense score some points, but right now I want to see the offense let the defense get a break.
Logan in the shotgun again, back with Carson. Going to throw the ball near side, caught by Caston up to the 40-yard line. Puts his head down. That's a good-looking play. Up over the 45, and that's a first down. Caston Hemphill for the Panthers, one of the many Hemphills that have graced the roster of Union County over the years. Makes a sure-handed catch and a nice run after the catch. And 1st and 10 now at the 48-yard line of Union. Shotgun snap, going to try the same thing. Caston once again, 50-yard line, gets good blocking, 45 over to the 40-yard line. And now listen to this Panther crowd. All right, so now we've got something figured out here. He's getting good blocking downfield.
And now they put in Dalton Allen, who's a little bit quicker, to give Caston a break at the same spot. We'll see if they try to go to Dalton or work the other side up top with the trips right.
Ball at the 40-yard line of Commerce as our offense has awoken. With 5.5 left in the second quarter. We trail it by 11. Fake it this time. Going to throw the ball far side. He's got a man wide open. Caught at the 40-yard line. 35 jitterbug, 30-yard line. Another positive pickup. Is that Mason on the far side?
It is.
Mason McCombs with a sure-handed grab for the Panthers.
I will say the Panthers receiving core, we have so many different options. You've got Caston, who's tall, that can stretch the field. Mason, who's quick and shifty. And then Dalton Allen, who's kind of a combination of the two.
9 yards that time, Chris, for Union. Brings up 2nd and 1. Logan back with Carson Walker. Going to throw the ball far side. And I think we dropped it. Or
yeah, it was a fumble. He was able to recover it.
Surely that's not a completed pass. I mean, he would not have had that near long enough.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to – did they call that a –
they called it a completed
catch
pass.
At a fumble? Yep. That's crazy. I don't think that ball touched his fingers for longer than a quarter of a second. My goodness gracious, I'd like to see that one again. And now we're going to stop the clock as Brian is out there about 10 yards on the field.
There we go, incomplete, the official says.
And they're going to call that an incomplete. Now, I don't know why it took that long. I don't know why it took that long, but that was an important overrule, if that's what you want to call it. As we go now from a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 5, or a 3rd and 5 to a 3rd and 1.
We were moving the ball well, and then you have that. If they would have called that a fumble, that sucks the momentum out of the air.
It does. All right, so let's do it here, Panthers. We've got to get to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 1. Still a muggy night. It's going to start getting cooler. I think we're going to have a much more pleasant temperature next week in Union as we take on Chestatee. Slowly developing play as Logan looks back at the Panther sidelines. Clock stopped at 4:22. We need to get a first down here. Going to throw the ball, and it's going to be caught, and we're going to have first down yardage and then some up over the 25-yard line.
That's Hemphill again.
Hemphill on the far side. Is that Caston?
Yeah.
So he's lined up on the opposite side.
Oh, correction. That was Chitwood. Chitwood and Caston are about the same size. And the 9 and 3 look so similar with these white numbers. Yeah, that was Chitwood.
Both tall kids. Panthers once again stretching the field. Ball at their 20-yard line. Low snap. Going to throw the ball over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of our intended receiver. Was that Noah Underwood?
That was Mason McCombs.
Mason McCombs over the middle, right through the hands. He knew that there was a hit coming. He was sandwiched right between two guys closing in and just dropped that one 2nd and 10.
He's got to get the confidence back up. It seems like since he missed that extra point last week, he's not making the plays that we typically see all of last year, year before that.
Give him time. 2nd and 10. Carson Walker back with Logan. 4 wide receivers. Back to pass. Going to throw the ball, a little tunnel screen underneath, and that's Mason who catches the ball, and he's got running room, and he's up over the 10-yard line, and it looks as if that will be enough for a first down, and it will be. So Mason with a little screen over the top,
Hey, give it time. Give it about 15 seconds.
That's right. That's right. Ye of little faith. First and goal at the 9 as we are under the 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Panthers really need to come out of here with a touchdown.
Be smart with the ball. We saw it last week. We struggled a little bit early on inside the red zone.
Yeah, we were terrible inside the 20 last week. Low snap, and Logan falls on it. We've got it. And, you know, it was a low snap, but it wasn't that low. Logan just took his eyes off it. And we'll lose 5 or 6 on that. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
You like the inside routes here. You like maybe a drag or a slant, but so far we've seen a lot of that bubble screen tonight.
Yeah, and that's been a trademark Brian Allison play for as long as we've been doing these games. He's had great success with it. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Panthers trying to score, get back into this. They're not out of it, but they're down 11. They need to score. Logan taking his time, receiving the football. Gets it now. Oh, fakes a little option, keeps it himself, and might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. That was kind of fancy.
Yeah, that was shifty. That was nice. That was flashy.
He got about 5 that time, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6. Actually, he'll get more than 5. The 3rd and goal at the 6. So we've netted 3 out of all this. And this is a big play in the football game. Panthers moving right to left, right down near their end zone. Now here's Logan rolling. He's got him in. He's going to throw it, and it is caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Union County. Far corner of the end zone. And I can't tell if that's
Caston.
It's either
There's a
Caston.
flag down, Jeff, at the 10-yard line.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did we get a clip or a hold out of all that? Oh, my goodness. And they're going to take that touchdown off the board.
That stinks. Last week we saw that. We saw Caston was open several times, and this time Helcher able to connect with him in the end zone.
Couldn't tell if that was Caston or Chitwood. They both look the same from far distance.
I'm going to put my money on Caston, Jeff.
It's hard to tell. Holy moly. Okay, so we're back at the 20-yard line where it is going to be 3rd and goal from the 20. Got to do it again. Now Helcher. Going to throw it back the other way. Got Carson Walker. Got a good block. He's up to the 15, the 10, the 5. Head of steam. Close to the goal line. Did he get in? Yeah! Touchdown, Union County. Carson Walker caught a little misdirection screen, got great blocks from his wide receivers downfield, and this time there are no flags on the play, and the Panthers are within 5 pending the extra point. Great call that time by Union. We rolled out to the right with Logan, and then he spun and threw it back the other direction where we had, you know, a kid with some speed that could hit a hole, and he did exactly that. The last 10 yards were all him.
Carson
Tough
Walker.
run. Tough run.
Nice play. Stepping up big when they need him to.
All right, so here's Mason to make it a 4-point game. Kick is away, and it is good. 2:04 left in the first half. That's more like it. 18-13. Commerce, 18-15. 18-14 is the score. We're back at 60 seconds on WJRB.
If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Haas and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients. If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Haas and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients at their office. They can help with everything from a sports injury to knee or shoulder pain. If you want to get back to living and being active, call Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at 706-439-6858.
You asked for it. Dr. William Frazier at Sentinel Plastic Surgery in Blairsville will again be offering non-invasive, comfortable treatments that target brown spots and tiny red veins. You know, the ones on the face, bald spots, upper chest, or hands that shout old. You can now eliminate those pesky age spots before the holidays. Treatment dates are November 28th to December 4th. Call Sentinel Plastic Surgery at 706-439-6486 for information. That's 706-439-6486 in Blairsville.
Trail by 4. But that was an important touchdown psychologically for this team, Chris. We had lost our way and any momentum that we had as Commerce scored 3 straight rushing touchdowns. And now we have bowed our heads and muscled up, and we're back in this football game.
That's a big-time play there for Carson Walker. That's going to help out with his confidence. I mean, he caught the ball and, made a 5 or 6 yards right off the catch and then was able to just take it into the house the rest of the way. That's a big-time play there for Walker.
He got great downfield blocking from his wide receivers, too. I'm assuming that Shitwood and Hemphill were big parts of springing Walker's run. Got a little delay kicking off here. Don't know why.
Officials were not getting water that time. They're on the field.
All right, so Union County calls a timeout. Not exactly sure what mental strategy goes into kicking off here, but then I'm not a high school football coach. 3 rushing scores for Commerce, 3 missed extra points. I wonder if it would have occurred to Brian to go for the 2-point conversion that time and make this a 3-point game. It's too early, I guess, to be, evaluating the scoreboard in that way.
Well, you saw the PAT, how we've set up for several years. We try to spread out,
right.
And if there's nobody up top, they're going to draw that play and throw the play to the receiver up top. But Commerce had their guys set up in the end zone ready for that play. They were heads up. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, they could have easily set up there with an offensive formation and attempt the 2-point conversion. But then if you miss it, well, at that point, I mean, what even does that point
4
matter?
points, 5 points. There's every coach has a little card that tells them what to do if they're down 4, down 5, down 2, kind of how to play the 2-point conversion or whether to kick the field goal. It's kind of a fascinating study. Nonetheless, we are glad that you're with us on the Voice of the Panthers, WJRB 95.1. YouTube has finally found the Panthers. You can watch this ball game through the artistic camera wizardry of John C. Moon, who is above us in the visiting press box. I believe the way it works is you type in Ridgeline TV special events, and you can get to us. You engage the YouTube player, and away we go. If you'd just like to listen to us, and I wouldn't blame you.
We're good-looking guys.
We sound great. We sound great. You can listen to the ball game tomorrow and watch it on RidgelineTV.net.
I did that on Saturday morning, Jeff, right after the game Friday night, just to see, film from not only the game, but also what I can improve on as the broadcaster.
I stopped doing that many years ago. Here we go. Finally going to kick the ball off. It's a high one, and they'll take it short of the 10-yard line. He drops it for a second, picks it back up, and now looking for something to do, and he's up to the 25-yard line with 2 minutes left in the first half. I guess it was some kind of senior night as we had the parents and the kids on the field. It might have been like a senior night for cross country and volleyball. I don't know how many home games Commerce has.
Yeah, that did look about right. They had probably 20 or so athletes out there, if that's the case. And Connor Cook there with the tackle there for the Panthers special teamers, number 57. That's the second time we've called his name tonight. Big-time crowd here tonight, too, Jeff. Look up on the lawn. I mean, there's several people out here supporting week 2 of high school football.
Lots of Panther fans on the road, more than I would have thought. It's an active group of parents this year, maybe more so than last year. Are they going to hand off up the middle and not much doing over the 15 or the 25 to the 26-27? Martin on the carry. Looks like number 76, a part of that, who is Hunter Payne, one of our defensive linemen. He's a junior. He's already got some playing time logged in the program from last year and starting
Clayton
this
Lester
year.
Helped in on the tackle. Last year we heard a lot of Clayton Lester That's probably the second or third time we've called his name all season. Nice play there by Lester.
Commerce in no real hurry. Kind of surprised.
Especially with Union getting the ball here in the second half.
That's right. Good point. Taking their sweet time. We're down to 1:15. Man in motion. Back to pass. They're finally going to throw the ball, and they got a wheel route, and it's caught by Brown at the 50. And look at him go, 45-40. He's going to outrun everybody. Oh, no. 75 yards on a touchdown reception by Sammy Brown, and I guess their head coach knew something that we didn't know, which is I'm going to score a touchdown on you, and I just don't want to leave you too much clock when we kick back off. First throw of the night, and he laid it out nicely. The quarterback, Trey Huff, and Sammy Brown caught it right in stride. And I don't know who it was on the far side that told me he didn't have much speed. Whoever said that is out of his mind. Sammy Brown runs like a deer. He just ran past our safety like he wasn't even there. Here's another extra point, and I think he's got this one figured out. 25-14. Oh, my goodness gracious. 1:05 left in the second quarter. We trail by 11 again, and we're back in 60 seconds on the voice of the Panthers, WJRB.
Panthers football is brought to you by Nelson Tractor Company, creating value for our customers for over 60 years. Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers. Panthers football is brought to you by Bitter Creek Market in Delhi, providing the best quality of meats in the area, located between Young Harris and Blairsville.
Young Harris Water Sports is now offering Hurricane deck boats, Godfrey pontoons, and Sea-Doo PWCs, along with Chaparral, Rapallo, Skeeter bass boats, Yamaha wave runners, slow pontoons, Bayliner, and Heyday wake surf boats. The area's largest watercraft selection means there's no reason to leave the mountains. All 2020 inventory is on sale with new 2021 models arriving daily. Young Harris Water Sports, 3676 Highway 76 in Young Harris, or 1674 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, or online at yhwatersports.com.
Union County football is brought to you by Union County Farm Bureau, proud sponsor of Union County football and the Georgia High School Association.
Hang on, Panthers. Panthers, hang on. Kickoff is going to sail into the end zone, 25-14, as the Panthers have 65 seconds, as the great Larry Munson used to say, to try to salvage something toward the end of this second quarter. We were back, we had some life about us, and then this Sammy Brown fella from the 9th grade shot it right out.
Last year, Union County was in the same situation, down by a couple of scores at half, going into the half, a little over a minute to work with. Last week, we kind of just sat down and didn't try to move the ball. We'll see what we do here, knowing that we do get the ball to start off the second half, but I think we're going to try to run the clock out.
We certainly don't want them to get it again. I wouldn't want Sammy Brown to have the ball if we had 30 defenders on the field. Shotgun snap, going to hand off to Walker this time, little draw play, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 3 or 4. And I think after that play, Chris, you're right. We're going to be kneeling this thing out, as we're now at about 45 seconds left in the second quarter, trailing by 11. Beautiful shot of the American flag off the fire truck ladder. I wish you could see that. Actually, the Moon Man might be able to pan over and get that, or pull out just a little bit, depending on where he is up there.
Now we come down trips left, Jeff. We'll see if we try to do a bubble screen. 24 seconds left.
Going to throw the ball now, and we're going to keep it, and Helcher is going to be tackled from behind. And that is almost certainly going to be the last play of the – well, no. Did they stop the ball? Did they stop the clock, Commerce? I think they called a timeout.
Officials yelling at the sidelines.
Another loss that time for Union. Excuse me there, Chris. As it's now third.
Panthers football is brought to you by Nelson Tractor Company, creating value for our customers for over 60 years. Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers.
Of Union County. Still anybody's ball game, but we've got to figure out in halftime how to stop that rushing game, because it has been all Commerce as far as offensive potency in the first half. Going to take a break and come back, and Garland, the plan is we will end up playing those interviews for those that did not get the benefit of hearing them in the pregame show. But right now we'll take our standard break, and we'll be back to tell you more about this Panther-Tiger football game from Commerce, Georgia. We're glad that you're with us at 95.1 WJRB.
For over 60 years, Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers. Panthers football is brought to you by Bitter Creek Market in Delhi, providing the best quality of meats in the area, located between Young Harris and Blairsville.
Young Harris Water Sports is now offering Hurricane deck boats, Godfrey pontoons, and Sea-Doo PWCs, along with Chaparral, Rapallo, Skeeter bass boats, Yamaha wave runners, slow pontoons, Bayliner, and Heyday wake surf boats. The area's largest watercraft selection means there's no reason to leave the mountains. All 2020 inventory is on sale with new 2021 models arriving daily. Young Harris Water Sports, 3676 Highway 76 in Young Harris, or 1674 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, or online at yhwatersports.com.
Union County football is brought to you by Union County Farm Bureau, proud sponsor of Union County football and the Georgia High School Association.
There we go. It's like a deer stand. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get out of. metal rock band out there, aren't they? They got the drum set, electric guitar, guy with full-on 80s hair. I mean, we're doing it right. Really? That guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field from Commerce, Georgia, please welcome the Commerce Marching Tiger Band. Band is under the field direction of drum major Sam Hall and assistant drum major the Hutchins. Tonight, the band will be performing a more production.
Here we go. I found it.
First group of a brand new world.
More things are better than There goes another. I bet he'll do it too.
Star Trek with the movie soundtrack. The second group of Information Overload will feature some blind defeated science by Thomas Dolby and will feature the color guard, featurettes, and flip section. The band will conclude their performance this evening with Black Lights by the Weekend.
My whole business just went up in flames. But my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Now you can find more insurance in Blairsville on Highway 515 across the street from the Home Depot. Call 706-745-2139 for a fast and accurate quote.
For years, your source for sales, parts, accessories, and service for golf carts has been North Georgia Golf Carts. Now they're at a new, more convenient location. Owner Rick Goddard and staff are there to assist you with all your golf cart needs. They sell and service all types of golf carts, from E-Z-Go to Club Car to Yamaha. And they provide pickup and delivery for any service work. That's North Georgia Golf Carts, now located east of Young Harris near the intersection of U.S. Highway 76 and State Highway 17 North.
I need some students to help me do the scoreboard thing. It's a pain to try to film and do the. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I don't have the link to that official scoreboard.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we can't even get the students to do this stuff. You would think that they would give us some type of praise or something. Don't worry, that's stuff that they can use later on. Yeah. My daughter, I said, if nothing else, it helps you, use logic and troubleshooting stuff and get an idea. Okay, let's break it down and understand what's actually going on. And problem solving and push that one right. Something else just get some of that. Yeah. I know, like Brandon, they had this band, the students were doing all they do. Yeah. That's still the case.
I talked to that guy. They didn't come to union because they were afraid. Didn't have enough room. They knew I was going to be fun.
Hey, this is Terry at Sleep USA Mattress. At Sleep USA, we know the quality of your sleep can affect the quality of your days. When you're ready to sleep better, the sales team at Sleep USA will help you sleep better by customizing you to the mattress and pillow that feels the most comfortable to both your body and to your budget. Sleep USA offers 0% financing, and as always, we have the best brands at the best prices. Come in today and sleep better tonight. Visit one of our locations in Blairsville, Murphy, Franklin, or Silva, or check out our website at sleepusamattress.com.
As a custom home builder, America's Home Place is dedicated to taking care of our customers in any situation. From the comfort of your home, we can meet with you virtually and by phone. Your dream of building a custom home does not have to be put on hold. Call your Blairsville office today at 706-781-2945 or visit our website at americashomeplace.com. That phone number is 706-781-2945 or americashomeplace.com.
County 25-14. Union County put together a nice offensive drive there within the last 2 or 3 minutes of that second quarter, and then you saw Commerce answer right back with a touchdown of their own, going 75 yards to number 22, Sammy Brown, just a freshman. That kid is good. He plays running back. He's also a defensive back as well. Obviously, if you guys are just now tuning in, you missed that interview with station owner Jeff Batten and Panther football head coach Brian Allison, and unfortunately, we heard the news that Jonah Daniel, the star senior running back, is out not only this game, next game, but out for at least 6 weeks for Union County with a broken ankle. Big-time player for Union County last year, over 1,500 yards. I want to say 19 total touchdowns last year as well. I know his dad, Jeff, Daniel, is also listening right now. He listens each and every game, so shout out to Jeff for always tuning in. I appreciate you guys for joining me as well, whether that be on RidgelineTV.net or YouTube or even WJRBradio.com. We do appreciate it as always, and the clock gets set to 2 minutes 50 seconds here until opening kickoff of the second half, and Union County will receive. Needs some points here. I think the biggest takeaway was we have to get our defense off the field and give them a break. They've been having to force and face that fierce rushing attack that Commerce has all night, and the offense has been unable to move the ball like they would like to. You saw a spark of energy there with a Carson Walker 20-yard touchdown. Carson Walker, that guy stepping up in place of Jonah Daniel. He wears number 18. He's going to get more comfortable in this offense. He's a junior. The more touches he gets, the better this guy is going to get. And you saw it. I mean, just kind of an end-around toss to the left side, and he caught 5 yards immediately as soon as he made the catch and was able to take off for the other 15, just, squeezing in between tackles. So Carson Walker scored the touchdown. Let's do a little recap for you guys of that first half. Union County started off the game with a big-time defensive stop and then got the ball back on offense. The first time were unable to move the ball, had to punt the ball away. And then Elijah Helton recovered a fumble, taking it 40 yards into the end zone. That's the second time this season that Union County defense has forced a fumble and was able to take it to the house. That's something we don't see too often here. So that's a big-time play. Union County defensively is hungry this season, and it shows. And then you see Commerce and their insane freshman running back, Brown, take it to the house for 67 yards. They missed their PAT, so Union County was up 7-6 at this point, the end of the first quarter. Then Commerce came out with Traylon Martin scoring on a 1-yard touchdown run. They missed the extra point again. 12-7, Commerce leads. Then Traylon Martin says, hey, I'm not done yet. Give me the ball. He takes it in the end zone for another touchdown for the Tigers. And they missed the extra point yet again. 3 missed extra points in the first half. Hopefully that bodes well for Union County in the final score at the end of the day. But you see Carson Walker notch a 20-yard touchdown for Union County, the first offensive touchdown of the game, making it 18-14 Union trails. And then you see Sammy Brown say, hey, give me that ball. I want to do some tricks with the rock. He takes it 75 yards on a just an out route, caught the ball, took it to the house, had one man to beat, and was able to do so. So Union County has to come out here offensively and move the ball. The defense has done a pretty good job, as good as they could do all night long. It's going to be a matter of if they can get breathers, if the offense can score another touchdown. That would be huge here as we start off the second half, just 18 ticks away from the opening kickoff of the second half, and Union County will receive. This would be big for Union County to not only move the ball, but to get some points up on the scoreboard as well. And we will see that, of course. We're also watching out for that Towns County game. I know Garland is back at the station keeping up on that, and he'll give me a score update shortly, and I'll provide that to you guys. As last week they fell short 14-7, almost pulled off a big-time win against Armurchie. We had a debate on air last week, Jeff Batson and myself, about if it's Armurchie or Armurchie. It's actually Armurchie, so I was in the wrong. I'll admit that. Union County is getting set to take the field and receive this second half kickoff with hopes of scoring a touchdown and bringing it within 4 if they knock the extra point in. So we'll have the kickoff specialist come out onto the field. (14-14) the score as of now as we enter the fourth quarter between Towns County and Bethlehem Christian. Not a bad game at all for Jason Rockmore and his Indians. And here we go. The opening kickoff is underway here in the second half, of course, with 18 Carson Walker back deep to return 69 there to place kick it. That's Eric Diaz, a guy who can just launch that thing out of the end zone. He's missed 3 extra points, but this kid's got a cannon of a leg. And here's the opening kickoff of the second half, and that one goes through, almost through the upright. It's a touchback. Union County will take over 1st and 10. We'll see what Logan Helcher, the junior quarterback, can do in his second official start under the center for Union County this year. Obviously, Pearson Allison graduating, a couple of key seniors on both sides of the ball leaving last year. Logan Helcher comes out with Carson Walker standing to his left. Receiving core this year a bit different than last year. Guys that do different things. You've got Caston Hemphill, Keaton Chitwood that are both pretty big guys. Noah Underwood, kind of that tight end option, if you will, that can stretch the field. Sure blocker. And then you've got Mason McCombs in the slot, and then outside Dalton Allen up top. Helcher looks over to the sideline to get the call from offensive coordinator Howard McCombs. Here's the snap. Helcher looking down the seams, throws it to Mason McCombs, and there's a guy draped all over Mason. Incomplete. I'm sure Helcher wants that throw back. Fortunately, it was incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Union County. Nice play there by the defensive back for the Tigers. Mason McCombs, the intended target. If you're just joining me here on 95.1 WJRB, Union County trails by 11, 25-14 as we start off the third quarter. Here's a snap. Helcher rolling right, has plenty of time. Going to fire it in the seams, and he's going to have a receiver make the catch, and that's Chitwood up near the 34, 35-yard line. Nice play there for Union County. Chitwood able to hang on, and that will move the chains, give Union County a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Union has to move the ball 65 yards to punch it in for 6. Helcher takes a snap, looks across the middle, finds Noah Underwood, who hangs onto that ball, gets speared. Underwood with a nice catch there for Union County. And he will trot off the field. Gain of about 6 for Union County. 2nd down and 4 from their 41. Trying to piece together another successful offensive drive. Here's the snap. Helcher rolling left. Looks to the near sideline and passes complete to Mason McCombs. And they're going to move the chains as well. Seems like we're starting to move the ball well enough to pick up first downs. Mason McCombs with his 2nd catch of the night. Offense looks good when we're up tempo, when we're hurrying up to the ball. Let's see if we keep that up here. Carson Walker, of course, the starting back for Union County, the junior, with Jonah Daniel out this week and several more. Here's a snap and miscommunication on the handoff. Walker able to hold on, and Walker looks surprised to get the handoff again. Union County runs that read when it goes to Walker. It's either Logan's going to keep it himself or he's going to hand the ball off, and miscommunication there between Walker and, unfortunately. So Union loses about 6 yards, 2nd and 16. That hurts. Ball placed at the 41. Panthers trying to piece together a great drive here to start off the second half. Single back formation. Helcher takes a snap, looks across the middle, throws it to Mason McCombs, and it falls incomplete at the 35-yard line. We saw that last week in the third quarter. Same exact pass, same exact route, except last week we saw him climb the ladder and make the catch. The ball knocked that one loose. Mason the intended target. 3rd down and long for Union County. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. Single back set once again. 3 receivers out top, far side. Helcher in shotgun formation. Calls a man in motion. That is McCombs. McCombs going to drop back in a bubble screen. Helcher's going to find McCombs at the 41-yard line. McCombs across midfield, keeps going down to the 45-yard line. Just a yard, 2 yards shy of the first down. Nice job there by the Panthers, and Logan Helcher wants to hurry back up to the line. Gain of close to 14 for Mason McCombs. He came in motion. It wasn't just dress the window. It was give the ball to Mason, the guy that was in motion. Towns County now up 20-14 over Bethlehem Christian. Jason Rockmore's got those guys believing in his program. 9:54 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes Helcher. Quick throw to the left side, and Caston Hemphill picks up a first down on 4th down. Move the chains. Move the chains for Union County. Caston Hemphill with a sure hands. Caught a touchdown earlier in this ball game in the corner of the end zone. That was called back for a holding call, and the Panthers have it 1st and 10 from the Tiger 39. Garland Johnson back in the studio, of course, making this broadcast happen. Here comes Helcher rolling right, throws it, and it's low. Helcher on the run, had time to plant his feet. Falls incomplete, 2nd and 10. And just got an update as well from Garland that Rabun is up 24-7 against Prince Avenue Christian. That game's being broadcasted on ESPNU. Rabun County up big. 9:26 to go here in the third. Union trails 25-14 against Commerce. Here's the snap. Another miscommunication to Carson Walker. The handoff is good, but they lose another 6 yards. Just unable to get that handoff motion down so far tonight. That's the third time that we've had a miscommunication in the backfield, and I believe we're going to make a change just for the play as we throw 21, Caleb Rogers, the sophomore, back in the backfield. I announced his games from middle school, JV. This kid's good. We'll see what he does tonight. Filling in, obviously, as a second back behind Walker. 8:50 to go, third quarter. Ball spotted at the Tiger 44-yard line. 3rd and 14. We just converted a big third down, or close to it, then converted a 4th down and 2. And we have a whistle on the far sideline. And we have a delay of game penalty on Union County. Move it back. Got to get to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball. That hurts. That pushes them back another 5 yards. What could have been 3rd and 14 is now 3rd and 19. Last week we had issues with that inside the red zone on back-to-back plays inside the 10. See what the Panthers draw up here. Helcher sits back at his own 46. Helcher takes a snap, looking right, throws the ball down the field, and it is intercepted. It's intercepted at the 24-yard line. No one in the area tried to target his receiver that was deep on the route, and I believe Helcher acknowledges that he didn't catch that defender draping behind Davis. So now Commerce takes over with the football. 8:34 to go in the third quarter. Blake Davis, the intended target for Union County. He's a senior. Panther defense has done good tonight. We'll see what they do now. Obviously, we've seen Sammy Brown do his thing. He's 22, number 22, just a freshman. We've got 4 backs that can just take off with the ball. We've been able to stop the carries up the gut. We'll see if we can work on the outside carries as well. Here's a snap. Quarterback keeper. He's going nowhere but back to the line of scrimmage. Trey Huff, the quarterback. Noah Underwood, the sure tackler for Union County all of last year so far tonight and last week as well. Number 16, Noah Underwood. Eli Pugh checking in for Wilson Walker in the secondary. Clock keeps on ticking. Down to 8 minutes here in the third quarter. We trail by 11. Commerce has it. Ball spotted at around their 24-yard line. Here's a snap. They're going to pitch it to the tailback, and there's a flag that comes in as soon as that ball was snapped. Either illegal formation or false start, most definitely the call. Yeah, illegal shift called against Commerce. That's okay. The tailback didn't get anywhere anyways. Illegal shift, the official call. Ball is spotted at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. The Panther defense has done good all night on 3rd down and long. Got 3 or 4 guys that can carry the ball pretty well. Here's a snap. Handoff goes up the gut. He's going nowhere. Maybe picks up 2 on the play. Panther defenders there to make the tackle immediately. Pair of Panthers there to lead the way for Union County. Yeah, that's Hunter Payne with a tackle for Union County. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line, and we're going to call on for our punt returner to step back at the 33, 34-yard line. 7:17 to go here in the third. Union trails by 11. Here's the Tiger punter. Punts this one away. High punt. Pretty good hang time. And that thing will go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That's where Union County will take over 1st and 10. We have to put together another offensive drive. Saw a 3rd down and long on the last drive and tried to force a pass that was picked off. And Carson Walker back in the backfield for Union County. He had a big touchdown early in the first half, 20 yards. Worked up top. I mean, that kid's fast along the sidelines. Once he hits that 2nd gear, it's off to the races. Here comes Helcher, sidecar to his left. They're going to shift him to his right. Here's a snap. The give to Walker. Walker works around the outside. Walker jitterbugging and gets down to the, 36, 37-yard line. Looked a little slow, kind of wobbling there for a little bit. He's a little slow to get up, and he'll come off. Spoke too soon. He's going to toughen this one out and get back in the backfield for Union County. And they'll finally call on for Caleb Rogers to get back there and get some playing time. 6:36 to go here in the 3rd. We trail by 11 here on 95.1 WJRB. Here's a snap. Helcher looking right, has a receiver up top. Catch is made. He makes sure to hang on to it, cuts inside, and gets near the 45-yard line. Mason McCombs making a catch. He gets across the 45 down near the 46-yard line. And they'll hurry back up to the offensive line. The line of scrimmage as they get set to run this play. Move the chains 1st and 10 for Union County from their 46. Here's a snap. It's a low one. Helcher able to hang on to it, and he's going to be dropped for a sack. He's going to be sacked there by the defensive end, coming pretty quickly off the line. It was a low snap. Obviously, by the time Logan recovers the ball and looks up, he's got somebody draped on him ready to bring him down. 2nd and 16. Helcher a little slow to get up, a little gimpy. And that'll bring on a Brian Allison timeout. Hey, we'll be right back in 60 seconds on 95.1 WJRB.
Broadcasts of Union County football games brought to you by Kinetic by Windstream. Live connected, live kinetic. Broadcasts of Union County football is brought to you by the Family Medical Practice of Thomas Karisny, MD, serving Blairsville and the surrounding area. For over 25 years, Carter Insurance and Investments has provided the Union County area with quality and competitive products for life, health, and disability insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. As an investment advisor representative, Carter Insurance and Investments can help you build an investment plan that's best for your financial situation. To learn more, stop by and meet our friendly staff. We're located on Young Harris Street, across from the post office in Blairsville.
Panthers football is brought to you by Nelson Tractor Company, creating value for our customers for over 60 years. Nelson Tractor Company supports the Union County Panthers.
Chris Math is back here on the voice of the Panthers, 95.1 WJRB. We'll be with the Panthers all season long. This is our 8th season covering Union County Panther football. We're still in the timeout break. Typically, that's not the case. Usually by the time we take the timeout, it seems like 15 seconds later, they're already back out on the field. Helcher, a little slow to get up after that last play. That's why we took the timeout. We had Caston Hemphill warm up on the sidelines just in case, as he is the safety valve at quarterback this year. Very good quarterback back in rec ball in middle school. I think Helcher's going to toughen this one out and get back under center. As Caston will be out near side as a receiver. And we're looking at 2nd down and long, 2nd and 16. Panthers trail by 11. Got to move the ball. Have to continue to give that defense a break. Here's a snap. Helcher looking right, out route, and it is complete. It is complete. I want to say that's Noah Underwood making the reception. It is big number 16 making the catch for Union County. He's playing both sides of the ball this year. Last year, primarily a defensive guy, made several big-time plays. This year, he's having to work both sides. 3rd down and 10. And I believe Commerce is going to take a timeout. We will, too, right here on 95.1 WJRB.
So, one of my girlfriends turned me on to the cutest country store in Blairsville, full of specialty groceries. No, it's not one of those spills on aisle 13 grocery stores. The Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in the Merchant's Walk is, well, charming. And now they've got milk, cheeses, and specialty foods like jams, jellies, and salsas. The kids get the awesome ice cream, and I get the old-fashioned candies. It's the Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in Blairsville. Too small to get lost in, but you may never want to leave.
It may be hot outside right now, but we all know those chilly nights will be here soon enough.
That's why Aspen Hearth & Home wants you to get ready for cold weather. And Charlotte is not fooling around with this month's offer.
Yep, purchase any wood or gas stove, and we'll throw in a free blower. You like free stuff, don't you, kid?
Who doesn't, mister? Aspen Hearth & Home is now down from the Walmart on K Road. And we can get your chimney swept, too. Just ask.
Find Aspen Hearth & Home on Facebook or call 706-745-0269.
5 minutes, 34 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Your Panthers trail by 11, 25-14. Ball spotted at their 46-yard line. Union County comes out. I believe that's Rogers to Helcher's left. Union County has to move the chains here. They have given the defense a pretty solid break here in this possession. Here's the snap. Helcher looking across the middle. He's going to throw that ball deep, and it is intercepted at the 34-yard line, 27-yard line, and he's going to be chased out of bounds. Helcher overthrew him there. Same exact play we just saw a few moments ago, the last drive. He had time in the pocket, too. Just tried to loft that one up a little too high, and it's picked off. Helcher trots his way off the field. Hopefully he's okay. And you look at Commerce with the football, they've not been able to produce offensively the past 3 or 4 drives. Let's hope that's the case now with the Panther defense having a pretty solid rest. It's been hot. Jeff Batten stepped out of this broadcast. I'm not sure if it had to do with the heat or what, but this press box has been hot. There's a lot of questions. You know, kickers are athletes too. Is the question, are broadcasters athletes as well? It's hot up here. And here comes the Panther defense with the Tiger offense set at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback on a deep ball down the field. And the catch is made at the 22-yard line, and he's wrestled down near the 10. Trace Wright there, the sure tackler for Union County. Pass complete to Sean Cunningham. Move the chains, and they're inside that 10-yard line. Unexpected there. Just the 3rd time we've seen Commerce throw the ball, and they've been successful on all 3. $5:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. They'll place the ball at the, 1st and 10 from the goal. 1st and goal from the 10. Here's the quarterback, going to pitch it to the right side. And he's going to work around a couple of tackles and finally be brought down just shy of the end zone. That's 31 with the carry. Talion Brock. Say Wilson Walker was one of the initial guys there to make the tackle. A little over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Towns County leading 26-14. Is Jason Rockmore going to get his first victory as head coach of the Indians? Find out on the Mountain scoreboard Monday morning at 7:35. Of course, we'll bring you all the stats, all the scores. Here's the pitch to the left side, back to Brock. He's working around the secondary. He's going to be hitting the backfield for a loss. And the Panthers secondary able to collapse there and make the tackle. He goes nowhere. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Let's see if this Panther defense can be stout. Trailing by 11, 4:22 to go and the third quarter on 95.1 WJRB. And we've got a jump. That's got to be a false start. And it will be. That right side of the offensive line jumped clearly going over the line of scrimmage, and that will be a penalty called against Commerce, pushing back another 5 yards. You're looking at 3rd down and 9. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll stick with it right here on 95.1 WJRB. Again, thank you guys for joining us here on this Friday night. Week 2 of the 2020 football season. A lot of uncertainty if we would have a football season this year. Taking it week by week. Earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned the Fannin County ordeal. Yesterday, they had a JV player test positive for COVID. They canceled the JV game against Union County and then eventually canceled their game that was scheduled tonight against Gilmer. Turns out that was a false positive, and they were unable to play their game tonight. And I think Gilmer played a different game. They took on another opponent. They were ready to go out the get-go. So Fannin County misses out on week 2 after a win over Union County last week, 24-20, the final in that one. Panther defense holding up so far. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. It's 3rd and goal from the 9. Panthers, if you recall, early in the game, had a big-time fumble recovery. Took it to the house 40 yards. That's Elijah Helton. I spoke with his brother Aaron earlier this week in practice, and he said Elijah's getting to become a pretty good player. You saw it on that play. That was awesome. The 2nd touchdown forced offensively by Union County this year. Here's Commerce back to the line to snap. He's going to roll out. The quarterback's going to roll out for a pass, and it falls incomplete. 4th down and goal. It was a low pass. He tried to throw it on the run, and that's Trey Huff, the sophomore, with the incomplete pass. That brings up 4th down. We've seen this kicker miss 3 extra points so far tonight. This is almost the same distance as an extra point. The score 25-14. And Towns County up 28-14 over Bethlehem Christian. And here comes Diaz for the field goal. Be a 27-yard attempt. And we have a timeout on the field taken by Commerce. We'll stick with it. I don't want to miss this field goal attempt, so we'll stay with it right here. Of course, we'll be with you guys all 10 regular season games. We are guaranteed a playoff appearance here in 2020.
So, one of my girlfriends turned me on to the cutest country store in Blairsville, full of specialty groceries. No, it's not one of those spills on aisle 13 grocery stores. The Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in the Merchants Walk is, well, charming. And now they've got milk, cheeses, and specialty foods like jams, jellies, and salsas. The kids get the awesome ice cream, and I get the old-fashioned candies. It's the Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in Blairsville. Too small to get lost in, but you may never want to leave.
It may be hot outside right now, but we all know those chilly nights will be here soon enough.
That's why Aspen Hearth and Home wants you to get ready for cold weather. And Charlotte is not fooling around with this month's offer.
Yep, purchase any wood or gas stove, and we'll throw in a free blower. You like free stuff, don't you, kid?
Who doesn't, mister? Aspen Hearth and Home is now down from the Walmart on K Road, and we can get your chimney swept, too. Just ask.
Find Aspen Hearth and Home on Facebook or call 706-745-0269.
The kick, it is blocked by Union County. The field goal is no good. A nice job there by the special teams for Union County. Not sure who blocked it, but nice job by the Panthers special teamers. And that'll give us some hope here, down by 11 with just over 4 minutes to go in the third. We're backed up, obviously, at our 9-yard line, 1st and 10. Raven County up 31-7 against Prince Avenue. Here's Helcher, looks over to the sideline to get the official call from his offensive coordinator. I talked with Coach McCombs on Thursday. He said the game plan was to throw the ball a lot more than we did last week. Here's a snap. Helcher looking to his left. Pass complete to Noah Underwood, who stays up after a couple of hits. And he's going to help the Panthers move the chains. 1st and 10 for Noah Underwood, stepping up big on that target. Ball spotted at the Panther 24. Here comes Helcher. The quarterback, the junior, wears number 8. Has a side card to his left. That's Caleb Rogers. Here's the snap. The quick pass over to the left side. He's going to be able to pick up 5 or 6. Of course, that's Dalton Allen. Someone a little slow to get up there for Union County. And that's Mason McCombs going to try to walk this one off, probably a stinger. 2nd down and about 4. With under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Union trailing by 11. Let's get a big-time touchdown. Let's move the ball. We've moved the ball the past 3 drives. Just once we get near midfield, have kind of stalled out. Here's Helcher looking left. Pass is batted up in the air at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. 3rd down and 4. Haven't seen much of Carson Walker here in the second half. He scored a 20-yard touchdown there in the second quarter. The other touchdown being a fumble recovery for 40 yards. Here's a snap. Helcher rolling to his right. He's pretty quick. Rolling to his right on the run. Throws it to the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Right through the hands of his intended target. Chitwood, the intended target. 4th down and 4. You expect a punt here from Helcher. Backed up inside their 30-yard line. Clock stops at 3:45. Again, Chris Mathis here live at Commerce High School for week 2 of the 2020 football season. Helcher will step back in punt formation. Here's the snap. The punt. And it's going to bounce out of bounds near the 36-yard line. That's where Commerce will get the ball. 1st and 10. Scoreless second half so far. 8 minutes, 31 seconds into the second half, we're scoreless. It's 25-14, Union trails Commerce. Thank you guys for tuning in, of course, the voice of the Panthers, 95.1. Whether you're tuned in through the website, WJRBradio.com, TuneIn radio app, or through Ridgeline TV, we do appreciate it. Check out the final broadcast, the final piece of work put out by John Moon. That'll be released tomorrow on YouTube. You can watch a replay of this game with the commentary. Ridgeline TV, of course, on YouTube. Here's a snap for Commerce. The give. Now the quarterback keeper gets across the 40 near the 43-yard line. He's going to be tackled there by J.J. Littles. Trey Huff, the sophomore quarterback, gets a nice gain. They're going to give him 8 or 9. Their offense is methodical with how they move the ball 7, 8 yards every play almost when they get a good handoff or decide to keep it. Huff, pretty athletic. We've seen him pass the ball 3 or 4 times. It's been successful so far. 2nd down and about 1 for Commerce. Ball spotted at their 42-yard line. Call man in motion. Quarterback keeper for Huff. He's going to work across midfield. Picks up the 1st down, running down to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. There's just so many backs you have to watch out for in this offense. So many guys you have to watch out for. Of course, Brian Allison told me on Thursday the goal was to work outside, then in with the running back situation that they have to face with Commerce's offense. That 22 kid, he's good. Sammy Brown, the freshman, 4 touchdowns last week, 2 in the first half tonight. 1st and 10 for Commerce from the Panther 37. And we're we're going to have a whistle. Not sure what it was for. And the official makes the call. It's a delay of game against Commerce. Panther defense getting a solid, rest here in the second half comparison to the first half. We were unable to get off the field. And the clock will start back. 2:22 here in the third quarter. We trail by 11. Here's a snap, handoff to the fullback. Runs through a guy and is finally brought down near the 35-yard line. That's Martin, a guy we've seen score twice, back-to-back possessions tonight. Second down and 8 for Commerce. Ball spotted at the Panther 35-yard line. Very slow second half. Taking their time. Trying to chew up that clock so Union County doesn't have the ball much on offense. Here's a snap for Commerce. The pitch to the right side. He can work along the sidelines. He's going to be tackled immediately after he tries to cut up field. Noah Underwood, the senior. Again, just a sure tackler. Nice play there by Underwood off the edge. Panthers are in search of their first victory of 2020 here tonight against Commerce. 3rd and 7. Panther defense is going to do it on third down unless they try to throw it. 22 not even in the ball game. Arguably their best player. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper for Huff. Huff's going to cut up field and get down to the 25, 26-yard line. And we've got a final score. Towns County has just won their ball game. First victory in the Rockmore era. Jason Rockmore wins his first game of his career at Towns County. That team's improving. They looked really good defensively last week, just giving up 7 points and had an unfortunate safety on a bad snap on a punt. But Jason Rockmore and the Indians record their first win of 2020, their first win in the Jason Rockmore era. Here's the pitch for Commerce, working the right side. Breaks through a tackle, finally arm tackled there by Trace Wright. You give some credit to Clayton Lester as well. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 now for Commerce. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Clock still ticks. And that will do it for the third quarter. Union County heads into the fourth quarter. Down by 11, wherever you're at. Hold up your 4 for Union County. You're tuned in to 95.1 WJRB, the voice of Union County Panthers for the 8th straight season. And the Panthers, of course, will switch sides. Ball will be placed at their 24-yard line. As the clock officially will be switched over to the fourth quarter. 12 minutes will be put up on that clock soon enough. Very slow third quarter. Haven't seen any points scored by either team. Could be a praise to the Panther defense. They've done a great job tonight. Scored a touchdown. Back-to-back weeks, Union County is forced a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Last week, it was Elijah Helton forcing it, with Dalton Allen recovering it and taking it into the end zone. This week, it's it's Elijah Helton recovering it, taking it 40 yards for the touchdown. He's going to be one of those Panthers I have to talk to this week at practice for next week's broadcast. Of course, the Panthers will be back at home, and we'll be back with a 7:30 kickoff time. Tonight was a little unusual with an 8 o'clock kickoff time. They had some kind of senior ceremony. Jeff and I were talking about that. We weren't too sure if it was some kind of volleyball or softball senior ceremony before the game. That pushed back the opening kickoff to 8 o'clock. 2nd down and 8 for the Panther defense. Ball spotted at the 24. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper for Huff. He's going to be swallowed up Maybe a gain of 1. Nice job there by the Panthers to recognize he did not hand that ball off. 3rd down and about 7 for the Panther defense. They're going to give him 3 yards. 3rd and 5. That's a manageable 3rd down. That was a very favoring yardage situation. Of course, I'm not too high up. We're pretty low in this press box. Fun fact about this stadium, they have 2 press boxes. Never seen that. It's like this was the original. They decided to build a new one on the other side of me, and they kept up the old one, which is the one I'm in. Here's a snap. Huff going to keep it himself. Work around the line. Going to get 4 or 5. I'm not sure if I saw a flag thrown late in the play or just a marker by the official. J.J. Little's there to make the tackle. And they're going to give him 6 yards. Give him another Commerce first down. Just over 11 minutes to go. I'm sure we have some Fannin County guys tuned into this game as well. I know last week when I spoke with Chad Cheatham during practice, they watched the broadcast on Ridgeline TV, so did pretty well. John Moon, of course, the guy behind the camera doing all of that work. Garland Johnson back at the station. Here's a snap. Fake pitch. Handoff up the gut. He's going to work along the sidelines. And is he into the end zone? And he is. Didn't really see an official call by the official. Just kind of put up one hand, not two. And there's going to be another touchdown. 31-14. Plenty of time here in the second half. Plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, as we've just ran off just under a minute here in the fourth. And we'll call out Diaz to kick the extra point for Commerce. This guy has a cannon of a leg, kind of reminds me of Janikowski, a guy from Florida State, went to Oakland. He's got a cannon, just short kicks, not so accurate, and I say that, and he makes the extra point. We'll be right back on 95.1 WJRB. We trail 31-14 against Commerce.
I'm the neighbor that drives a Kubota. I scout, venture off the beaten path, tow, haul, fuel my passion, to be part of a bigger picture.
Right now, get a Kubota RTV and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing.
This is why I do it. Kubota.
If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Haas and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients at their office. They can help with everything from a sports injury to knee or shoulder pain. If you want to get back to living and being active, call Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at 706-439-6858.
Panther football here on 95.1 WJRP. Glad to have you tuned in with me as we await the kickoff following the touchdown. It's Diaz kicking off, ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Back deep to return for your Panthers, Carson Walker. Speedy guy, would love to see an opportunity for him to work around the outside here on the kickoff return. Ball falls off the tee, and Diaz will hustle over to reset the ball on the tee to kick this one off. 11:01 to go. We trail by 17. Still enough time if we can score quick enough here on offense. Been plagued by 2 turnovers in the last 2 drives. And here's Diaz with the kick following the touchdown, and that's a cannon. About a yard shy of going out of the end zone. Touchback, Union County takes over 1st and 10. Glad to have you joined with us here on 95.1 WJRB. Much appreciated. Last week was pretty cool. I know my mom was excited. I did the play-by-play or color commentary for the game on the radio. My brother actually got to do the PA for Union County, so that was cool. She showed me a video where she was listening to the radio inside the car and stuck the phone out of her car to catch the PA. So that was cool. Glad that she was able to do that. I know she's tuned in right now. Here comes Helcher in the Panther offense, 1st and 10. Calls a man in motion. It's a give to Carson Walker. Stutter stepping and going to get maybe 2 on the play. Not much of a hole, but a little slow to hit the hole, whatever there was given. That was something I watched last week. If he hits the hole quick enough, he's gone. He just kind of takes a little second to be indecisive, half a second too long, and the difference between half a second and being decisive could be the difference in a 5-yard gain and a 10-yard loss. Here's a snap with a sidecar to his left is Logan Helcher. Receivers get reset. Rabin leads 31-21 over Prince Avenue Christian. Here's a snap. Quick pass to Chitwood. Chitwood makes a guy miss and gets 4 or 5 on the reception. Last week, Chitwood 5 for 110. Tonight, maybe 3 catches. Don't want to guess the yardage because he did have one solid catch, I believe, that went for around 15. That was a 3rd down conversion. 3rd down and 8 for Union County. A little over 10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Need to move the ball. 3rd down and 2. Just not the typical fast-paced offense that we're used to so far tonight. Here's a snap. Helcher looking left. Pass is batted up in the air. Falls incomplete, thank God. 4th down and 2 now. Panthers will have to punt this one away, you would assume. We had time in the pocket. We have time to wait and set. You know, it's just got to have somebody get open. Down 32-14. 9:54 to go. Helcher looks back to the sideline, probably going to step back in that punt formation. Trying to get that defensive line to drop. No, he doesn't. Quick pass to Chitwood. Chitwood falls forward, short of the 1st down. Turnover on downs. Commerce takes over with the football, 1st and 10. Just not sure what we need to do offensively to move the chains. Panther defense has held up well enough. Again, it's week 2. A season in which we did not have 2 scrimmages. Typically we have 2 scrimmages in which guys can get a feel for that game speed. Huge difference in game speed and practice speed. A lot of cramps last week. We saw a little bit better condition tonight. Haven't seen a single cramp. Of course, a couple of minor injuries, some things you trot off and come back into the playing field for, but no serious cramps tonight, which is good. Here's a snap. Huff working up top, and it's overthrown. First incomplete pass of the night for the Tigers. Trey Huff overthrew his guy by about 9-10 yards. That thing bounced along the out-of-bounds border there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Panther defense expecting a run. Fortunately, it was overthrown, and Huff, the sophomore quarterback, will make his way over the sideline and get the play call as he makes his way back in. And see a couple of personnel changes here for Commerce. 22 is in the game, a guy to watch out for. 6 touchdowns and not even 2 complete games so far. And here he is in motion. Kind of a decoy. Handoff goes up the gut to the fullback, and it's going to be shy of the 1st down, gain of 5 or 6. Noah Underwood, I want to say there, making the tackle for Union County. Give him 6 yards. 3rd and 4. I swear we looked ready to go. We looked energized at the end of the 1st half. And it's just been a different story offensively here in the 2nd. Panther defense has done a good job back-to-back weeks. You see 32, but that's bad field position on most defensive drives. Here's the snap to give up the gut. Give him 2 or 3. He's going to be shy of that 1st down marker. Let's give credit to number 20 there for Union County, Hunter Young. Guy who made a splash onto the scene last year against Banks County. Ended up being a pretty solid key piece of the puzzle for the Panther defense last year. He's a senior for Union County. Again, Towns County getting their first win in the Jason Rockmore era tonight over Bethlehem Christian. Here's the snap, the give up, the gut to the fullback. Met pretty quickly, but I think he's close to a 1st down. And that's Smith. They have 5 or 6 guys that they just trust to carry this ball and get enough yardage to move the chains throughout the night and throughout the season. He picks up the first down. A little over 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Down by 18. You're probably curious as to why there's 32 points, not 35. Diaz, the kicker for Commerce, missed 3 extra points. Here's a snap to give off the gut, and there's a fumble football. Union County thinks they've got it. And the Panther comes up with it last second. That's Noah Underwood. Offense kind of waits to see who has the ball. Union County has recovered a fumble. Big time play there. Noah Underwood recovers a fumble for the Panthers. That has to spark this offense. Another good defensive stop for the Panthers. Several guys graduated last year, and the defense has not been a concern for Union County here almost 2 games into the season. Here comes Helcher. Walker in the backfield to his left. What will Union County draw up? Down by 18 with just under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Walker moves near his right side, just behind Helcher. He had a 20-yard touchdown there at the end of the second quarter. Here's the snap. Helcher, he's got time. Going to work the right side to Walker. Walker makes the catch. Cuts in between a couple of guys. Ball's popped out, and it goes out of bounds. Union County able to hang on to possession. Luckily, that rock went out of bounds. You guys know, if you're football fans, you run the football, it opens up the passing game. We have not been able to run the football at all tonight. You'd like to be able to, obviously. They say the game plan coming into this game was throw the ball. We haven't had too much success with that either. Walker, sidecar to Helcher's left. Here's the snap. Helcher going to roll left. Logan looking left, downfield. Has a man, and he drops the ball. He's been plagued by 4 or 5 dropped passes here in this game. Got to hang on to that. Wide open in the flats. Not too sure if he was thinking take off with the ball before he had it or what, but you have to hang on to that ball. That puts the Panther offense in a bad spot. 3rd down and 8. Inside their own 20. It's tough to continue to build up momentum when your guy drops a first down. Pass wide open. Helcher trying to get that confidence going for this offense. Here's a snap. It's low. Helcher falls on it, able to take off with it, looks downfield, throws it on the sideline. And that pass is incomplete. 4th down. Panther offense unable to do something. 7:06 to go in this ball game. We trail it by 18. 4th and 8. Punt this one. You're back in your own territory. And Helcher will step back, move Carson up for the block. Here's a snap. Helcher with a pretty solid punt. It'll go across midfield. Get somewhat of a decent roll. Ball is down near the 38-39 yard line. 1st and 10. That's where Commerce takes over with 6:56 to go. Again, you're tuned in to 95.1 WJRB.
For years, Bitter Creek Market has been the best little market in the mountains. Now they're even bigger and better with additional room for specialty foods, vegetables and frozen foods. But don't worry, Bitter Creek Market still has the best selection of quality meats in the area. Their professional butchers prepare the best cuts of meats daily right on site, and Bitter Creek Market grinds their own sausage using only quality cuts of meat. For the gourmet cook, Bitter Creek Market has a wide selection of high-quality food items. And don't forget Bitter Creek Market's deli. Stop by for freshly made sub sandwiches and pork barbecue smoked right on site. They even have homemade potato salad. And they have picnic tables by the creek for your dining convenience. Bitter Creek Market is open Monday through Saturday. Come by and see the friendly staff today. Bitter Creek Market, the best little market in the mountains.
Tailback. Again, if you're Union County, you made a couple of big-time turnovers, forced a couple of big-time turnovers against the starters. Try to do that here. The defense has done a good enough job all night long. Here's the snap, and there's miscommunication. He's tripped up, and Noah Underwood should get credited with a sack there. Back to the original line of scrimmage. I believe we're looking at 3rd down and 10. Just several drop passes tonight. Had some momentum going into halftime. Last week, that was an issue as well. I believe 6 serious, catchable balls that were dropped. 2 or 3, a handful of them were on, key, crucial 3rd down opportunities. Here's the snap now for Commerce. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's going to be swallowed up, try to strip that ball loose. And the Panthers will hold still again. Nice job there defensively by Union County and that Panther defense. 4th down. They'll give him a yard. 4th down and 9. Just over 5 minutes to go. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to 95.1 WJRB, the voice of the Panthers all season long for year number 8. I know we've got people tuned in Indiana, Texas, Florida, everywhere. Even if you're in Hayesville, Fannin County, we do appreciate you. Panthers will call on the punt formation. Here's a snap by Commerce. Solid punt. Heck of a punt. And ball's going to roll back. You got to fall on that ball, and he will near the 5-yard line. He muffed it. Fortunately, we were able to fall on it. I smelled trouble. And Union County will take over 1st and 10. Just piece together something to build off on for next week's game. That's what you're trying to do. At this point, down by 18, 32-14. Commerce adjusted well. Union County, I think, felt pressure to try to do something offensively when they didn't necessarily have to. They had time in the pocket. Haven't seen Helcher able to scramble. He got shaken up there earlier in this 4th quarter. He's a guy that's capable of running. I'm not too sure how able he is to run. We haven't seen him try to take off with a football yet in this 4th quarter. Understandably so. Want to save that and be healthy for next week at this point. Down by 18 with 4:42 to go. Helcher awaits the snap. They're going to give it off to Carson Walker. Hits the hole. This time hits the hole immediately. Didn't take too long and picks up 5 or 6. Like I said, Carson hits the hole and is knowing what he wants to do with the ball. He can take off and pick up a good chunk of yardage. You saw it there. I believe they're going to mark it 3 or 4 yard gain. And Walker scored the only offensive touchdown in this game for Union County. It was a 20-yard swing pass to the left side. Nice play by Helcher and Walker. Here's the snap. Pass is thrown, and it's incomplete. Intended for Pugh. Clock continues to tick. 4 minutes to go. Also not sure if Corey Garrett, Panther basketball boys head coach, is tuned in, but I'm wearing the T-shirt you gave me last season. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. We wore it last year, the same game, the same basketball game, and that was unintended. But I appreciate it, Coach Garrett. We've got the UC logo here on the left side of the T-shirt. I love it, man. If you can get me another one of those, why not? Here's the snap. Helcher working right. Going to complete the pass. I believe that's Chitwood. Give him 3. Chitwood picks up 3 on the play. And we're looking at 4th down with 3:20 to go. Didn't catch on to that, but I believe that was Hemphill at quarterback and Helcher back into the ball game for Union County. And I think it was for a punt situation. They're going to have Helcher punt this one away. He will. I got to say, Helcher's got a pretty solid punt to him. That ball bounces at the 49. Give it a Panther roll down to the 41. 2:50 to go. Clock continues to tick down here in Commerce. I'm telling you, I had a pretty good feeling heading into this game. I know last week was not exactly the result we wanted. I felt good about 30 minutes into my drive to Commerce, I thought, you know what, we're going to get our first victory of the season. Not the case. Clock at 2:49. Make sure you catch next week's broadcast. Of course, 95.1, the voice of the Panthers. All 11 games. You say, why 11? Well, we have 10 regular season games and a guaranteed playoff game here in 2020. I got to give it to the Panther defense. They've done a good job all night. Here's the snap. Commerce going to give it up the gut to the fullback. He's going to be hit immediately. Let's get the tackle there to 35, Gage Barnes, the sophomore linebacker. Thank you guys for tuning in to 95.1, TuneIn Radio, WJRBradio.com, or even Ridgeline TV. John Moon does that. Does a great job with the production of that. Last week I watched that game, and we were close to 850 views. I believe 14, 15 likes. I'm sure John was enthused by that, but also a big shout out to Garland Johnson back at the studio making this happen. Without Garland, this production is impossible. Here's the snap to give up the gut. He's going to go across midfield. Little extracurricular activity there by one of the DBs of Union County and a wide receiver for Commerce. He gets across midfield, and they're going to give the Tigers a first down, 1st and 10. 2:03 to go. We trail by 18. I know you guys hear the score and you think, wow, we got obliterated. Well, that's not necessarily the case. It was close at halftime, 25-14. Panther defense played well enough. Curious to see what will work on offensively here this next week. Here's the snap. That's got to be a false start. And the guy carrying the football wants to continue to jog into the end zone, and the Panther DB did not like that. He says, hey, get back on your side of the field, son. Gotta love that mentality. I believe that was Austin Sterna letting him know, stay on your side of the ball, son. Keeping him in check. Love to see it. I think mentality, confidence, energy is more important than skill on the football field. If you got a little bit of everything, you're going to win ball games. But have that mentality to win, and you're going to win some ball games. Union County defensively said, hey, we're here to play. You see 32 points. Not a blowout by any means by the defense. Here comes Commerce with their freshman quarterback wearing number 8. Here's a snap, going to give, and the ball pops out. It's on the turf. And Commerce came up with it. They're able to hang up onto the football, down to 1:15. You know what? The play of the game has to go to Elijah Helton. If you guys missed out on the pregame interviews with Trace Wright and Aaron Helton, I asked Aaron, I said, hey, what's up with 3 Heltons on the roster? He said, hey, both of them, the other 2 Heltons are my brothers. They're improving each and every year. And we saw it. I mean, what are the chances that we see him pick up a fumble and a scoop and score for 40 yards? Here's a snap to give to the fullback, the up back, if you will. He gets across the 45-yard line. Down to 42 seconds. And the Panther defense still out onto the field. They had more of a break this week in terms of staying off the field, I believe, than last week, but still not as much time of possession offensively as you'd hope to see. Couple of crucial turnovers, couple of crucial drops. I think drops are the biggest thing in this game. Unable to run the football. Jonah Daniel out not only this game, but at least 5 more. Incredible player. We obviously missed out on him tonight. Shout out to Shane Wright sitting in front of me. He actually got me into the broadcast booth when I was 14 years old. A big thanks to him. And that will do it for this game. 32-14, Commerce comes away. We'll kick it here and continue to talk about this game for another 3 or 4 minutes, Garland. Again, with the COVID situation, teams are unable to shake hands, but nice sportsmanship shown there by both teams. Commerce raises their helmets. Union County will as well. 32-14, the final score. And I appreciate you guys tuning into the broadcast of tonight. Almost said the Mountain Scoreboard. Reason being is each and every morning we have the Mountain Scoreboard at 7:35, and tonight we started the broadcast at 7:35 p.m. So Union County unable to secure their first victory of the season. Defensively, you see 32 points. I thought the defense played great. Let's go ahead and recap the Panthers scoring situation. Elijah Helton scored the first touchdown of the ball game, making it 7-0. A 40-yard scoop and score. Great play there by Elijah. And then we also saw Carson Walker work out on a pass, a wheel route, take it into the house for a 20-yard touchdown. He's having to step up big. I know he felt more comfortable this week in this offense, knowing that he was going to be the guy that got most of the touches. But Union County unable to prevail tonight on the road against Commerce. We know Commerce is a powerhouse, but I feel like this is a lot closer of a ball game. A few more catches were made. A few more, seconds were spent in the pocket, and I think we're at least closer. Not saying that's the difference in the ball game between win or loss, but it's at least a lot closer of a ball game. 32-14. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, tonight's game brought to you by Union General Hospital and all of the great staff there. Make sure you guys check out Ridgeline TV tomorrow, whether that be on Windstream, on RidgelineTV.net or on YouTube, as we'll have the broadcast with the commentary. And also, tune in next Friday night on 95.1 WJRB. For John Moon, as well as Garland Johnson, and myself, Chris Mathis, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Go Panthers. We'll get them next Friday night at 7:35.
If you've got a nagging sports injury, then Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is ready to get you back on the field. Dr. Jacob Sturton, Dr. Ronald McBeth, and physician assistants Brian Hass and David Zollinger are currently accepting new patients at their office. They can help with everything from a sports injury to knee or shoulder pain. If you want to get back to living and being active, call Union General Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at 706-439-6858.
You asked for it. Dr. William Frazier at Sentinel Plastic Surgery in Blairsville will again be offering non-invasive, comfortable treatments that target brown spots and tiny red veins. You know, the ones on the face, bald spots, upper chest, or hands that shout old. You can now eliminate those pesky age spots before the holidays. Treatment dates are November 28th to December 4th. Call Sentinel Plastic Surgery at 706-439-6486 for information. That's 706-439-6486 in Blairsville.